All right. Hello, everybody. And I have began the stream a little early. We'll see the people starting to filter in here in just a second. Let me get some tunes started. All right. All right. Looks like Paulo Patriot's got some stuff going on with the hot women. Love seeing him get good with the ladies. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Papa Cotton. Thank you, Paula's Minion. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I'm going to throw some edits out here. All right, save that. Hey, Grumpy Old Ninja, how you doing, sir? Grumpy, if you want a link to come on in, I will throw you a link. Let me know, my friend. I'm going to get my hands on the screen here in just a second. We'll be doing some other things as well. How's Grumpy Old Ninja been as of late? Tomorrow is our first session with Machini in 4 weeks. Looking forward to that. You're still worrying with your basement, huh? I'm sorry to hear that. I can understand that though when your technology is not doing what you want it to, and you end up fighting it more than anything else. How's your health doing? For a while there, we were kind of worried about you. For good reason. You had a problem. Hey, Legion of Myth, how you doing, sir? Let me throw you a link if you so choose. That's a problem. I've had mold in my basement whenever I lived in Illinois. Not fun. Not fun to deal with at all. Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. And out here so I can see all the naughty things people say about me.
Not, wait. What's going on?
Oh
What the hell?
no, nothing.
Okay.
I just always expect the worst. It's the way I work.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
It's my third stream today, and I got
Yeah.
like 2 hours of sleep.
Well, what's going on with that? Are you trying to just like run yourself ragged or what?
Trying no, succeeding yes. There we go. No, so first of all, congratulations on your 900. I'm sure you'll hit 1,000 soon here, and then you'll get all the cool little bells and whistles.
Yeah. Thank you.
I woke up and I woke up and DM James threw me a link. Was it DM? Who was it? Yeah, DM James. And then what happened after? Oh, then Connell's stream. I was on Connell's stream today.
Yeah, he had a really good stream. It looked like.
Yeah, it was fun. And then I took a nap.
Oh, you did sleep.
Well, for about an hour. So okay, now we're up to 3, and here I am.
I can understand that. Thank you, Grumpy Old Ninja Kintaro. It's been a fight. It's still going to be a fight. It's never not going to be a fight. But I'll live and I'll make it. Might not be on YouTube, but I will make it.
I keep looking at Rumble, but Rumble needs to change its UI.
It could be a lot better. I need to add a placeholder video for them, and then I can start doing my live streams over there. But I have almost 1,000 people here once I got broadcasted out. So I'm thinking if I just stay here and work this as much as I can, and it'll mirror everything over on Rumble for me.
Just be careful the 2-hour limit. I don't know when that kicks in and when it doesn't, because Violence Solves Everything tells me, and I verify it, that a lot of my streams over there are only 2 hours long instead of the 4, 6, 8, whatever they happen to be on this side. But like other ones, all of them will go over there. Like you'll see a 3.5 hour long one, you'll see a 4.5 hour long, but it's just really random.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've got some streams that go over there and they're intact just fine. If I manually upload, it's different.
Yeah, right.
But if it's just go ahead and it ports. Hey, Papa Cotton, how you doing, sir? We're pushing it to 1K. We only got 43 more. I've noticed if I just let it upload, it'll just do the 2-hour thing because typically my streams are longer. Let's see. Ricada Law is killing it over on Rumble.
Yeah, well, he's also got to deal with them.
Really? Wasn't aware of that. I don't watch a lot of Rekieta Law. I know bad conservative.
No, I have my issues with Rekieta Law. I don't agree with everything he says. But
I don't
generally
agree there.
speaking, I do. I like his analysis.
I'm pretty certain I could be alive at the same time Ben Franklin was alive, and I still wouldn't agree with everything he said.
Yeah.
Well, Ben Franklin. Okay, do you have any German in you?
Yes, quite a bit.
Neither one of you guys would have been allowed in America because he was afraid that the Germans would come take over.
You realize that whenever
never
they
heard
were
that before.
making the laws for the country, that English only won by 2 votes over the German tongue, right?
Oh yeah, I know. I understand what you guys are saying. I did a. My aunt is a big time history reader, and whenever she gets done with something, she basically throws on my lap, and it was basically the untold shenanigans of Benjamin Franklin, him whoring himself out in France.
Well, everybody knows that. That was that was common knowledge.
Right.
I can't really be upset about that.
People paid him to whore himself out. You know, it was kind of funny. Then his opinion on different people. He was not fond of the Germans. So I don't know. I'm not saying he was a bad person. I'm just saying, like most of our founding fathers, he had his issues.
They all did.
Yeah. Everybody's got their own thing going on. That's just, you have to keep that in mind when you deal with each and every individual. Even somebody as crazy stupid as a Hollywood liberal, and I might find something redeemable within them.
I mean, look at the fight between Adams and Jefferson.
Oh Jesus!
So I mean, it's just people have different beliefs, and when you're in the position of setting up what could be the future of a country,
Was it?
You're gonna be liked
Was
or
it?
disliked.
Oh my God! Was it? Jefferson accused Adam of being hermaphrodite, or was it the other way around?
Yeah, I forget one of them.
I know
Yeah.
they both.
One of them accused the other of that,
Yeah.
and it caused a bit of a schism.
But they died best friends.
No, they did. They died hating each other.
Oh, they did. Read the letters.
Yeah, the letters between each other, there was a lot of respect between the gentlemen.
Yep.
I remember reading. Hold on, I might be wrong. They both died on 4th of July, right?
Yep.
Sir.
Yeah, no, there was some bitterness at the end. I'll have to reread it. I'll come back and verify what I've read, but look into it. But there wasn't much love in the very end.
Well, Travis tells us these Germans are bad, and that might be true. However, I will tell you that the Lombard province of Italy, where my father's side comes from, is all about southern Germany, northern Italians, and there's a lot of blood. I mean, just because
They call that Switzerland, by the way.
What?
Northern Italy, southern Germany. That's called Switzerland.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting over there.
They make really good chocolate.
They also have a lot of guns.
Yeah,
Lots of guns, big honking stupid guns.
you ever had reindeer before? Because
I'm not finished. No.
No, they served. I was in Switzerland as a kid. They had reindeer. My grandpa thought it would be hilarious.
I ate dog once in Spain. I didn't realize it.
I ate dog once too. I had a Korean roommate who fed me jerky.
You're all bad people.
I never said I was a good person.
The restaurant. The
I
restaurant
lived in Korea and didn't do that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the restaurant was the full blood Korean, and it was back in 94, 95.
Fake news, Papa Cotton. The Germans have done nothing wrong ever.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Not touching that. Not touching that.
So it's been a pretty interesting day. Nothing. I was going to stream, but then there were some other streams that popped up that I had to watch. So I was okay with that. Connell, you had a really good stream earlier today.
Thanks. I mean, I
I don't know. I
appreciate.
think one of your guests shouldn't have been there. I'm just saying.
That's probably me. I should just guess myself out of these things. Just leave it to you.
Just
guys.
start it up and walk away.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I've started the stream. I hope you have a good meeting. Tell me when you're done.
I don't need to be here for this, you know. No, Derek is a great guy. I've known him from years. Like I said in the video, he's a vet. Just good people. He's just really good people. He's. I don't know. We're planning on doing a part B and probably a C, D, and F. But we're going to talk about some other gaming he does. I didn't want to bring it up with you, Max, because you're, with the DAG here and the other stuff, because I'm pretty sure you have never taken part in medieval reenactment type combat or have any interest in it.
I mean, I watched the SCA in the past, but I thought of another suggestion for change the title of that thing. To capitalize RPG completely. It's an acronym. Put a hashtag in front of it and spell out the entire word veteran and put a hashtag in front of it.
Yeah, I actually, me and him talked about that after the stream.
Or put the hashtag for veteran in the description. But RPG's an acronym. It's all capitalized.
Oh, in the tag, I did tag it veteran and veterans.
Oh, okay.
Under it was
then just do the RPG in the title.
Okay,
it'll help us stand out a little bit more.
But no, if I'm doing any of those and you want to hop back in, you or Bruce, because both of you guys are veterans, I'm not going to say no.
I can understand where on a personal basis somebody would say this hobby helped me, and I could understand where he was coming from. Not being an operator like he was, I still get it, because a lot of the training I had to do when I was a reservist was a lot of small group stuff. That's one thing that they didn't skimp money on with the CVs. So I understand where he was coming from, but like, I don't want somebody who's never served, who got yelled at by a stranger once in traffic, to claim PTSD and how D&D saved her life.
Oh no, the ones that get me are the ones like, I had a bad childhood. My dad didn't buy me an iPad, and all the other kids had it, and I have PTSD. It's like, get the hell out of here.
Oh my God.
My grandpa died when I was 4, and I loved him, so I have PTSD. You know what? We all had relatives that died. Shut the hell up and get over it. Unless you saw him shot in front of you, no.
I did tell you, just really quick, and just yes or no, I did tell you, Bruce, why I named Maggie, right? And who the original Maggie was?
No.
No? Okay. It does along with this topic, but I'm not going to get into it, at least not on stream.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's valid.
Teases it and then throws it away.
I had a childhood friend when I was in Ireland. She was shot in front of me. I have post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety and depression to boot. So when people make comments like that, I do understand where you guys are coming from. I'm not a vet. I will never say I'm a vet. I don't get that side. But does happen to.
If she was literally shot in front of you, I can understand that.
Yeah, no, she was literally.
I had growing up, I had friends die. I had, not shot in front of me, but we've all had trauma in our lives and so forth. And most of the time, I would actually tell somebody, and I'm cold about this, and I'm openly cold about this. I'd say, get over it. We all suffer in life. Deal with it. However, when you're out there and you can't move 5 inches without being, shot by somebody, when every truck ride you're ever on could have something blow up in your face. If you live in Chicago, I can understand that PTSD is legit, but there are people who milk that nonsense for pity, and I don't. I just
No, and I get that. I get that. I lived in Ireland during the 90s.
okay. So you saw a few people get hammers on their knee.
Yeah, and, you know, I saw pipes blow up and nails go everywhere. It's, you know. But it's child, and we all grow up and hopefully try to move on. And we can get, we'll do a fundraiser tonight and see how many times we can get Bruce to do something dumb so he can get up to 1,000 prescribers. Prescribers. I said it.
Yeah, you did. So, Shadow, we say life sucks, get a raincoat.
I always tell people embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been...
Just get used to the pain. It's easier that way.
What was that one? My grandpa, rub some dirt on it, move on with your life. No one else will care but you.
Rub a little dirt on it, get back out there.
Yeah. But no, that was a fun video I did earlier with you and Derek, and I look forward to, doing some more of that nature.
Well, it was good for your video. And I don't know how good it'll be for your channel. I can only imagine it will do well for you because that within like 7 hours of you uploading it, you have 40 views on it.
Yeah.
That's better than what I got for Thursday night's Table Breakers.
Yeah, for your channel size, that's good.
Yeah. That's not viral, but that's a real damn good start.
On our Heroes Unlimited videos, I don't break 100 sometimes.
I would be surprised if you broke 100 on a lot of Palladium stuff. Not that Palladium's bad, but it's just not loved. I don't know why.
It's weird though because watch time and reception to it is great. Number of views, the click-through rate on like the thumbnails and so forth, 1%. Okay.
Hey, Shauner, how you doing?
Needs to do 15-minute videos. Lots of them. 15 on what? I don't like I do better with streaming when I'm actually being able to talk to somebody. Me doing 15-minute videos, just me talking into the light bulb with the screen on top of it.
That's why you script it.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that today.
You should do what you want to do, but if you are going to try to play the algorithm and you are going to try to, get growth of, I shouldn't say growth because you'll get growth either way, but get meaningful growth. Yeah, and it's not just 15-minute. YouTube's kind of relaxed some of that stuff, but he's generally right where get those 10 to 30-minute videos, decent thumbnails, pay attention to your titles, get those tags out there, and you'll get growth.
Very true.
6-hour chat streams.
Again, YouTube's changing some of that. YouTube's actually more conducive to streams now. Now, it all depends on what people want to click on. So, that could change, but especially like 2 to 3 hour streams, those do pretty well.
Sean, I've seen some of the things you clicked on. I was there with you, and I'm still wondering where the hell do you find some of those shithole videos that we watch?
I don't know. I look at how Shauner mines for bad RPG videos, and he's as good at finding those as MST3K or RiffTrax is at finding bad movies. That's a gift. That is a gift. Okay, just be appreciative that he has the internet and he can share his talent with us.
Actually, the last one I watched with them was a Call of Cthulhu one that Darren P was on, and that one was actually pretty good.
As Mama Bear says, hello, Connell.
Hey, Brady lady. No, I haven't slept
much, dear.
I haven't slept at all.
Yeah, I'm feeling it right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's see. I did yours last night for a while. Then I was nervous about doing the one I did, with you and Derek. So I stayed up.
Were you on with DM James?
Yeah, I was on DM James.
Yeah,
this
so
morning.
I mean, yeah, it got 2 hours of sleep, and you hadn't slept. Yeah,
No, I'm just,
I mowed the grass, and then I did that one.
I'm just got up, made
I'm glad
myself
Monday's a holiday.
right. I got up, made myself breakfast. I actually did a full Irish breakfast today for some odd reason. I found that I had all the ingredients, and only thing I didn't have was black pudding, but I wasn't all that keen to go to the Asian store to get pork blood, so I just did bacon and sausage instead. Then I did, yeah, like the chat with fucking DM James. I just need to apologize over for it because that one went all over the place, and I know I'm partly to blame.
Well, he didn't have a topic. He said that multiple times that the conversation went all over the place. Yeah, one guy right at the end said, "I'm out, too many f bombs," but by that point, all the f bombs had stopped. So either he was lagging behind, or
I don't remember it being an F bomb explosion. I remember the occasional F bomb, and I don't think it was like
it might have been Crafty's jokes.
It might have been crafty, but I don't think it was like Carrot's Bobby that he heard. I think the guy was just bitching to bitch.
Yeah, if well, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, DM James does the whole religion thing, so some people, especially when they're hardcore about that, have expectations like I should be here with my kids and it should be a purity test. And I'm not saying that's what the guy did, but I mean, I know people like that. I had a guy in my guild when we were in Star Wars: The Old Republic who called me out. I'm the guild leader and I own Legion of Myth, et cetera, and he'd come out and be like, "You need to stop saying goddamn." I'm like, what? He's like, "That offends me." I'm like, "I don't care." It offends a couple other people as well. I said, "Look, here's what I'm going to do. I'll try not to say it, but that's part of my lexicon. That's just going to be said." Yep, there you go. like I'm human. I'm going to fail. So you can bet that it's still going to be said, but I'll try.
Yeah. I had this friend who was an atheist, and we're still friends. And he gets mad at me whenever I drop the goddamn. I'm like, I really wish you wouldn't say that. I'm like, you don't even believe.
It's a colloquial. I've seen most of my atheist friends get pissed off when I say like, "Oh, bless you," and they sneeze or something like that. Like, don't say that to me. That's like a curse. Like, oh, fuck off. That's just a common, normal saying that people say to for well wishing. Jesus, like I hate you, little pedantic bastards.
Like, oh my God,
That's just the grief. They have nothing else to share, so they share grief.
Wow, pregnant silence there.
Out of town. Tomorrow, the wife goes out of town. She's going to go see her son, and tomorrow's not a holiday. It's Father's Day.
Tomorrow is Juneteenth.
That's not a real holiday.
It is when I get a day off.
Oh my God.
I know I should know what that is. My brain's just not firing right now.
Today, where Abraham Lincoln basically freed the slaves.
Yep.
The War of Northern Aggression was over, and I say that as a person who was born in Illinois. But
Oh my God.
it is what it is. Like if they, I mean, fine. Kwanzaa's a holiday too. Whatever.
No, Kwanzaa doesn't give a day off. It's not a holiday.
It has to be if it only counts as a holiday if it's a bank holiday.
I've been saying that for 30 years. When I got in the workforce, it's not a holiday. If I have to go to Halloween, it's not a holiday. I don't get the day off.
Sometimes I'm forced to work on Halloween.
I like what Shauner said there.
You get a lot of chats blocked, by the way.
What?
Yeah, I've clicked on like 5 chats so far to approve them.
What type of?
Well, no, because they could be like from a other religion other than Christianity and still not believe in their God, and they still would be atheists or anti-deists. they wouldn't be anti. What did they say? That they are anti-Christ. Whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's if you get off of work for it, it's a holiday. If the
We
banks
still need one in August. Dang it! I've got an option. My
don't we
birthday.
have one?
Not in August. But I'll
No, that's September.
I'll
That's
accept my
beginning of September.
birthday as the holiday in August.
No, I bet you would. When is your birthday?
Same day as Napoleon.
Okay. All right, smart ass.
August 15th.
August 15th. All right.
Being somebody who would be born on the same day as Napoleon, I could definitely see where you would recognize that, and that would be something that you would have found out as a young boy and hold that above everybody else's head. I was born on Napoleon's birthday. What's your special power?
Almost a Virgo. I'm a Leo for sure. I'm right in the middle of Leo. So I'm the lion. I'm the king. I'm the royalty of the top. And I hate Aquarius. Oh no, I had a girlfriend that was Aquarius. Now I don't really believe in astrology. I did back then, but it made perfect sense. All her shenanigans. I'm like, you really are an Aquarius, and I now know why you frustrate the living shit out of me. If you weren't a cheerleader and hot, and me a high school nerd, this wouldn't work out.
That happens, man. I don't have a lot of weight towards the zodiac, but I've got a lot of friends that they do. They think it's something special, and you need to abide by it. You don't understand. You have you're rising in Mercury. What?
I actually when I was into astrology, I actually charted out my my astrological everything all the way out to the planet Pluto. Because yes, Pluto's a planet, damn it. And I'm not gonna lie, there are accuracies to it, but just like everything else in quote unquote divination, it's a whole bunch of vague vague ideas that you could be like, that's true. It says here
Okay.
that you suffered loss at some point in your life. Oh my God, yes, I did.
Here's the one you should try: numerology.
Yep, I've done that as well, and I actually had I've done it two different ways. One in pure gematria, and one talk to Pundit. He remembers, or because he's still involved in it, he knows way more than I do now. But I used to be just as deeply into this stuff as Pundit back in the 90s.
I actually like numerology. That it makes sense that would be the language that we'd be spoken to.
Western numerology, where it's the 3x3 chart 1 through 9, or gematria, which is taking numbers out of words, like usually Hebrew, Latin, and so forth, and each letter represents a number.
Much as I want to get into gematria, I do the 3x3 for the 9 stuff.
Yeah, I've done both, and I'll admit that when I did the 3x3, it was in the 90s, and it was fairly accurate.
I've never done that one. So far I'm actually looking on my birthday to see if anybody's famous. Well, there's been famous people born on my birthday, but so far the only person of note has been the founder of Porsche was born on September 3rd.
And let's see how many people know that name. Oh, none.
Porsche, though. All right, Charlie Sheen.
Did you say Porsche?
Porsche.
No, it's Porsche. Pronounce the E. It's German.
I don't see it yet. Whatever. Charlie Sheen was born on my birthday. That's I don't know if I really want to admit to that.
That's one way to say positive.
Yeah, right.
People only die. My birthday keeps me young. Are you? What was her name? What's that chick's name that was killing babies in order to stay young?
What?
Oh God, the Queen.
Yeah, it's like Helena or something like that.
They locked her up in the tower. Oh, what was her name?
I'm mildly impressed with this information. Like, okay, we're getting back into how the cultists run the world again. Awesome.
I know it. I know of it generally because of a Camelot song.
Oh, hold on. Fuck, that's going to bother me.
The basic expert, I want to say thank you, sir. And if you wish to stay, I'll throw you a link. But I understand that you might be a man which has things to do. If you so choose to get a link later, message me on here and I'll get it to you.
Okay, it was Elizabeth, and now let me see if I can find the actual historical reference.
Borden's? No, that's not right. Never mind. Ignore that one. I knew that was wrong the moment I said it.
Roll for Sandy is
Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess.
Bathory. I knew it was a B. I just was.
and you would think that I would know that since that's one of my more favorite metal bands.
Yeah, she would have the villagers basically offer to take their youngest daughter or some of their daughter to be handmaidens to her to give them a better life, so they'd marry into proper families. Then once they moved out of home and went to go live with her, she would bleed them out and bathe in their blood.
The Blood Countess.
Yeah, if I'm remembering it correctly.
I mean, hey, if it works.
Hey, Muhammad, how are you?
Then you had that crazy ass bitch down in Louisiana who was basically doing the same damn thing, but with her slaves.
Again, if it works.
People are just weird.
I need this caffeine and taurine to kick in. It's not working.
Do I need to ship you some coffee real quick, Max?
I need something stronger than coffee right now.
Yeah, I thought about start drinking. I'm like, no, if I do that, I'll just pass out.
Oh yeah, alcohol right now will just all be like, hey Bruce, how's I'll be snoring on your stream.
I'm not gonna lie. Last night I was getting faded towards the end, and I was kind of holding my figure like this, and I was thumbing through my phone because I kept
You
on.
dropped it once.
What?
I think you dropped it once.
I dropped this. I dropped my phone once. It was like, no, Tuesday, I was on a piece of scaffolding and I had to hold the hose for the suction. Then I had to try to jet out one of the inputs into the septic tank. So I've got all this vibration going on scaffolding, and scaffolding starts to collapse on me. So I tried to roll/jump off of it so I don't fall straight down in the poo and concrete.
It'll be a soft landing.
No, it wouldn't be. You would hope it would be a soft landing, but that no. So I got a nice little bruise on my shoulder, and it's starting to fade, which is nice. And I've been drinking pretty heavily this week to help mitigate that pain. That is a problem with my job. Stupid physical injuries. So I get a
suntan.
You get a slim tan?
Yeah, that's my injury. I get a suntan. I have to leave my air conditioning to go walk outside to get a little bit of exercise, and I die. Living on the damn sun here. God, like, black flag. It's only 9 a.m. How do we already have black flag? We skipped green, yellow, and red, went straight to black. Where do I live?
Well, obviously, that is not the right wordage to. It's not funny, but it was kind of interesting because YouTube, Google does listen to listen. Was it you sharing that story with us on Discord? I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. I turn on YouTube and there's some historical story where there was this meeting amongst the lords, and the floor basically fell out, and they all fell into a great big pile of not pile, but a great big hole of shit. And I was just looking that up. I'm like, I don't remember what it's called, but it was like it's.
What if you drowned doing that?
You know, there was a guy that got sat on by an elephant, went right up the poop chute, and he suffocated to death. So I imagine it'd be a close second to that experience.
There was a Darwin Award I read years ago, and it was about a zookeeper that they had this elephant that was sick and he was constipated. And so for like 3 or 4 days, they tried to unclog the elephant by feeding it all sorts of like 30 pounds of grapes, 70 pounds of lettuce, 30 pounds of corn. Insert things that make you loosen up on the inside and provide them in volume to an elephant. And the zookeeper that went in there to clean up said elephant was tasked with giving him an enema, and he died because everything came out all at once in force. And it was like 2 feet of stuff in the elephant pit. 2 feet on top of your zookeeper, who is knocked prone. One of his hands is sticking out of the poo.
Let me die. Just let me die.
He's gone now. But apparently that was, I believe, in Denmark back in like 97 or 98. And G. Gordon Liddy was the one reading this to us because it was a Friday on the G. Gordon Liddy show, and that was a talk radio that I listened to at the time. He used to have a really good talk radio show in between commercials for, you want to be virile? Do you want to be fit? Follow me.
He also did all the gold ones, too.
Yes. Yeah, he had the super mega testosterone pro now or something. Before Alex Jones took over the testosterone artificial testosterone market, G. Gordon Liddy was at the forefront, still doing one-handed push-ups and selling you that on the AM stations, which everybody I know says, man, you used to listen to Limbaugh all the time. You must miss him now because he's been gone over a year. Yeah, I do miss Limbaugh, but I miss G. Gordon Liddy so much more because he was more interesting to listen to. Limbaugh was good if you needed to be brought up, if you needed to have, like, just somebody pull you out of a funk. Limbaugh was good for that. But if you needed somebody to give you a history lesson and reasons why you do things, Liddy was your guy. And you could almost see him giving you that knife hand whenever he would be on that radio show. Listen, you're going to want to have a gun in every room of your house, because if you ever need to defend yourself, you want to reach out for it and have it within arm's reach. So you running to your vault, or you running to your kitchen, or you running to your knife rack is not an option. They've already got arms. You're going to get killed. You need it now in your hand. Make sure that you have a machete underneath every table at your home. Make sure in every drawer there is at least a 38 special, if not a 45 ACP. And he would just go off on that. It was good fun to listen to Liddy, I thought. Rush, yeah, Shadow and Sun says Rush will be missed. He will be. We're starting to see finally that the guys that replaced him have a little bit of promise. They're doing okay, but they're not the guys I would have picked. I actually would have picked probably Crowder and Bongino. Hey, Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast. How you doing, sir? Roll for sanity. This is the only permissible knife in the UK right now. They've outlawed it. Check even in the kitchen in case wife gets uppity. Shadow and Sun, no, he's not a fan. But that was the stuff I listened to when I was growing up, when I was getting into my 20s. So
I guess I could have hide that look a little bit better. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I already know where you stand on that. I try not to get too deep in it.
All right.
Somebody's Discord is blowing up.
That's yeah.
So, Legion Max, this week, what are you doing on tomorrow's stream? Because I know you're still focusing on Heroes Unlimited, right?
It's our last segment on Heroes Unlimited. Heathen Dog will make a character. Actually, I think he's already made it. He's working on the slides for it. It's gonna be back to the slides. He loves them. Well, he describes the experiment. The experiment won the vote, so he's going to make an experiment hero, and all the dice rolls are on our Discord. As for segment 2, I don't know. Everybody wants me to talk about the Satine thing, but I don't give a shit. I literally couldn't care less.
I didn't know who she was until maybe a week ago.
I heard the name. Something came up at a D&D whatever live stream during COVID or whatever, and her name came up, and everybody acted like I should know who she is. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who she is. She's a tattooed cunt. I don't care. Like there's nothing about her that is interesting to me. So
Max's grandmother's in the background. You're only going to marry a woman who could go through a left-right marriage. No tattoos, no scars, and no seafood.
no, my grandma had nothing to do with it. I learned that in my life, that if some bitch had a tramp stamp, she was crazy.
Oh, well, back in the 90s, that was the mark of the crazy.
Yeah, well, or even ankle tattoos. Those mean you're crazy too. Sometimes you can grow out of those though.
Dude, I don't even think I know anybody with an ankle tattoo anymore.
No, neither do I. But, well, no.
Crazy ones I know have sleeves. My wife's got about 13 tattoos, but, you know, I just wanted the milk, man. I'll buy this cow. Fuck it.
Wow.
Yeah, but you know, as far as the segment 2 stuff goes, I don't know. Like I'm trying to find segment 2 stuff that isn't just the same crap we've been doing over and over again. Oh look, more wheelchair. Oh look, more something is racist. Oh look, more and.
But if you focus on that, you have it for days.
But it's boring.
Yeah, it is.
I was actually, I don't know. I was thinking about seeing, because you guys do videos and you clip them throughout the week, and I was thinking about taking the one I did with you and Derek earlier today and see how I clipped that and what it would look like. And I'm just watching the video. I've seen the video. I rewatched it up at this point, like all the way through twice, bits and pieces of it. Fast forward like at least 3 different times, just to make notes
Of the stream earlier?
Yeah, of that, just what I did wrong, where I could do better.
It's good.
You did fine. The thing is that you just need to be more practiced at it, and it will come with time.
But there's always room for improvement. I mean, I even look at my own stuff and like, man, that sucks.
Oh,
there's always room for improvement.
And I overanalyze everything I do. It just.
I sent you my notes. Those are the 2 things that I think that well, one of them is pretty common. So really, there's one note in there that's like, that I would do if I were you in a situation like that again. And then like Bruce said, it's just practice. Getting that tightened up. It's kind of like what for the whole gatekeepers thing. When I run gatekeepers, like I try to keep it as tight as possible. Otherwise, that's a 7-hour show.
Yeah, I love Jade to death, but man, if you want somebody to run your business like a well-oiled machine, he is definitely the man to do it.
I got multiple comments saying that everybody was happy Jade was on that last Gatekeepers.
I'm not surprised. He when he does table breakers, and he's the one running the show. We normally have better shows. No, I'm not. No offense to the other people in table breakers, but
you're not offending me at all. You're good, man.
I mean, I've been given compliments by people that I make a good MC, good host, but keeping the train on the track, I'm pretty bad at.
That's part of facilitation. The struggle for me during Gatekeepers when I host it, because if I was doing it like perfectly proper, would be that I don't even give my opinion. I just go around the circle. And then and you follow up, and maybe every now and again do a John McLaughlin wrong, but move on, because when you're facilitating, you're supposed to be neutral. But I usually host when I want to talk about this, so I'm going to make sure I get to talk about it. I'm hosting it, and
I realize I have a lot to learn with hosting. I get that, and sadly, I got into this game after I made my opinions, and I got my opinions,
But
So
it's not about opinions. The big thing I think for all of us and gatekeepers is just tightening it up. One of the things
Yeah.
we've got to stop doing, like either have notes, like I don't know if you noticed, but every time I host a gatekeepers, I've got notes written down. This is what I'm going to talk about. Sometimes I get sidetracked, but this is what I'm going to talk. Hey, Crafty, what I'm going to talk about. And instead of sitting there like, oh, I've been playing for 40 years, I know what I'm going to say. No, you don't. Like I can tell you don't, because I hear people like, well, let me see. I think, well, maybe. Well, in my experience, no, you should already be on topic. Like, boom. Like, all right, so I'm just going to mention you guys because you're here. All right, Bruce, what are your thoughts on Dwarven Wizards? Well, so the Dwarven Wizard gets this strength. It has this weakness. And well, I know that you don't like it because of second edition and before. This is how you can still make it and have it be interesting in third edition, blah, 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 you know, like that. Like, you're on it with the notes instead of like, well, hold on. Let me see. What do dwarves get again? They get. That's right. They get bonuses to charisma. I guess that's not going to help them too much, or not charisma, Constitution. That's not going to help them too much. It sounds rambly, and it sounds like we done. And again, I'm not targeting Bruce for everybody out there. I'm just saying it because he's on right here with us. That's what we all as a group need to stop doing. We got to be prepared for the topic.
I completely understand. And there's some people in our group, our travels, that just even my voice just pisses them off. And I'm sorry that you're that inclined that way. Say again?
So that's weird. I mean, usually it's my voice that people hate. Not on stream so much. I haven't heard that so much since I've been streaming, but just in life, people be, yeah, maybe you shouldn't give this speech. You wrote it really well, but I think we need to give it to somebody with more. I'll paraphrase, with a manlier voice. Okay.
No, I heard from some other people in another Discord, not Legion of Myth, people that used to be in Legion of Myth Discord, that they were like, you were one of the reasons why I left there. Not you, me. I was one of the reasons.
I know who you're talking, or at least I know one person you're talking about. He's told me multiple times.
Like, I didn't mean to chase you off. It wasn't the goal, but if you're going to be a flake and a cunt, you can be a flake and a cunt. Just do it away from me. So I'm happy you have a happy group here. And I won't come here as often. Just so I don't irritate you. Because if you're not pissing on my block and you're not pissing on my block, we can coexist.
See, I don't care. Like, oh, this bothers you? Hold on. I got a few things to say now.
No. He's very sensitive little penis. And I thought, you really have some issues. If you're an adult, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things where, when people see the generalized rants that Heathen Dog and I make, like our segment 2s, or I just go off on something on Friday Night Chill Stream, whatever. Oh, he's such an asshole, blah, blah, blah. He's saying this about me. He's doing this. He's doing that. And I told somebody in Discord one time, my mom told me that if you think I'm talking about you, I probably am, because you're taking it a little bit too personally. But, with that said, I think I've been very respectful to everybody who's been on the stream. I want more Dolly Pop on the stream, even though I know she's going to piss me off. I want more, JSG is just too far out there for me. But remember, he was on my stream, my first ever Friday Chill stream. Didn't even know who the guy was, and I treated him respectfully. Total Party Skills is not somebody that I think I'd ever get along with politically. The Grim, I don't get along with Grim politically, but we get along, when we're talking about games and as human beings, because, most people outside of actual weirdo SJWs can actually hold a conversation. I have a few left-wingers. Troful from Australia is like, I hate your politics, man, but I love your show. I'm like, thank you, and you can get along with people like that because they're not taking it personally. The attack that was on you, Bruce, I'm not going to say attack. The opinion that was about you was annoying to me because I'm like, okay, Bruce says things. Yeah, I get it. And sometimes the way he says it, even I'm eye rolling a little bit. But you know what? That's Bruce. He's not harming anyone. He's not he hasn't done anything. So that commentary that was said, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. But I don't agree with it.
No, I'm perfectly okay with them not, like, if you want to complain about me personally, we might have an issue. But if it's just the fact because I have these opinions because I've had a life that I've had, where I realized I could have more things the way I wanted if I dialed my life in and made it to where I could win. I could probably enjoy myself more. And I had to move to Texas as much as I loved Illinois. And I'm going to be honest with myself for a moment. I miss Illinois, the life I had, very much. I don't miss my lack of income, my lack of options, and the shitty lack of opportunities and jobs that are there.
Okay, let me exactly 100% agree with what you said there, but change the state to Minnesota.
Yeah. And I've been in Minnesota. I've been in UP of Michigan. I've been all over the states, and there are just some areas where you could probably enjoy your family and friends and have your cookouts or have your game nights, but you're not going to have big vacations. You're not going to be able to fund your mom and dad visiting you for a week and a half. You're not going to be able to do those things that you want because you are emotionally and financially beaten up so much for being an individualist that it won't even matter. You will eventually just want to give up. And that's the one thing I've noticed. A lot of vets, when they go back to their home, they stay for 5 or 10 years and then they're gone. They're like, I gotta go. And they gotta go find an opportunity for themselves. Crafty's like, I gotta stay in California. The car market's insane over here. And I can understand that. You facilitate a lifestyle for people that they're able to at least have that little bit of happiness over themselves, Crafty, and that's awesome. Hey, Keely Chow, how you doing? Thank you for the congratulations on 900 subs.
If I had the opportunity, I'd probably move back down to Nashville. Nashville is fun.
It's growing right now, right?
You know that Nashville's growing in a direction too, right?
Yeah. Well,
but so is Texas. I'm very scared of Texas, although the Hispanics are changing, which is kind of cool.
The Hispanic demographics here have always been very pro-business. It's just that the company that they thought they had isn't what's there. They're not into that. They want a changeover for us, and they've said it in the last 2 years. They want us to get off fossil fuels. And so there goes every small business in America.
I'm still I'm nervous. I want to see what Texas does in the next 8 to 12 years because I'm honestly nervous about it, and that's going to be a problem because I think if Texas changes, DC becomes a state, and DC should not be a state. And it's not about who lives there; it's about the intent of it. Nobody should be living there permanently. They should start kicking people out. And then I bet you Puerto Rico becomes a state sometime soon after that. And unless something like Northern California is allowed to break away, we're done.
I'm of the opinion that California needs to be broken up into 3 different states.
Well, it never happened without Texas doing the same thing.
Actually, I think Texas would schism into 7 states. Yeah, I think that's in our Constitution. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's within Texas's power that if things go a certain way, this state breaks into multiple states and fucks over the electorate.
It either needs to become California an island state, multiple small island states, or 3 different states. I think Chicago should be part of somebody else's fucking state because I'm fucking tired of them. I don't care who. Indiana can have it back as far as I'm fucking concerned.
Yeah. I would like that to happen, but I also know that if that ever did happen, that Illinois would lose all of its buying power that it has.
Well, Caterpillar's leaving. They're closing headquarters.
Yes, that's been ever since ADM moved their location for their HQ to Chicago.
Yeah,
that's been on the docket for.
The downtown Peoria office, downtown Peoria office, is basically says we're closing by the end of the month. So long and thanks for all the fish.
You saw this happening back in 2006 and 2008, though, right?
Yeah, but Peoria is starting to have enough small. I don't say small businesses, but enough of businesses and other things to keep it afloat for a while. Paradise being the key factor on that argument.
It'll be self-sufficient for a generation, and then you turn into Danville. Danville, Illinois, for those of you not affiliated with Illinois, Danville is the place that became famous because Caprini Green, a bad housing development in Chicago, got invaded by police, like in the movie Dread, and they chased out a lot of bad people. Those bad people went south 2.5 hours to Danville and began to destroy Danville. Danville economically could not handle the influx of people, the 3,000 or 4,000 people that came into the city. A lot of businesses moved away because their employees were not the right quality or caliber. So Danville is now a welfare city.
Well, East Peoria, downtown East Peoria, the Bottoms are no longer the Bottoms. They're building a high-end hotel over there. We got a bunch of other things down there. I think they're even building a movie theater in downtown East Peoria, which is just weird. Sorry, Max. I know none of this means anything to you.
Oh, dude, I am so crazy tired right now. I'm debating whether I'm going to pop a B12 or I'm just going to go drink a bucket of caffeine.
B12 is probably healthier.
Yeah, but the stuff that I've been drinking has a ton of B12.
What are you drinking right now?
What's this called? It's called Energy B12. Zip Fizz.
Yeah,
oh crap! I have another half a bottle in the fridge. Hold on, I've got more. It's got like taurine. Like I thought it. When my wife got it, she's like, "Hey, I got some fruit drink for you. I think it might have some B12 because it says big B12 in there." Then we come to find out it's got caffeine, taurine. It's like a concentrated Red Bull.
Oh Jesus! So I mixed the Death Coffee, Death Watch, Death whatever coffee, Death Wish coffee. Death Wish coffee is my. No offense to your coffee brand, and I'm sure your coffee brand is a great deal better there, Bruce.
Let me just say, Death Wish will wake you up.
Mixing a Death Wish coffee with an Irish cream coffee thing that Monster has was a life-changing experience. It's like...
Cam says, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I would love to move back, but I carry as it is, and in Baltimore, I'd probably have to use it. I'd had enough of that already in our ward. Soldier medic. Thank you for your service.
After watching not one, but two different shows about Baltimore, I don't think I'll ever fucking live there. And I can blame Bruce for one of them.
Oh, you finally watched all 5 seasons of The Wire.
I watched about 2 years ago, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the best show I've ever seen on television.
I finally figured out, like, after watching it, I'm like, that's the character that I mind Bruce of. The McNulty, the cop that says, what the fuck did I do?
The 6 years I lived in Maryland, I went to Baltimore one time.
Yeah.
Well, twice if you count BWI.
Now, I heard that's the place you want to go for crabs.
There's never a reason to go to Baltimore. Never a reason.
Yeah. No, The Wire was a great show, Bruce. I thank you for recommending it. It just took me a while to get there. I was an extra in a Wire episode. Jeez. Then a decade later, the new show on HBO is We Own the City is about the same cop, well, not the same cops, but the same department, more or less, being crooked as fuck, and it's based on a true story.
Anytime you have a group of people in a location, you're going to find corruption.
Hello, Janet. How are you, Janet? Janet, if you would like a link into our stream tonight, get in touch with me. Just
get in touch. Just touch.
Just go ahead and say I'm ready for the link, Bruce, and I'll throw it to you on Discord.
Bang, shot, boom, boom.
Excellent. She's doing good. She's my co-host on Monday nights when we have a girl, a guy, and a movie. One of the most talented women I know, but she also has a resume that most people would kill for.
Uh,
Crazy. Shadow and Sun, there's a link for you already in the Table Breakers chat.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Oh my
I don't
god!
want you to get too tired and fall asleep on us on camera, Max.
Oh,
You can
No,
fall
no,
asleep.
I've got this. Look, I'm also on somebody else's stream, and I try to keep my mouth shut a little bit. If it's my stream, I'll just keep rattling on. But
oh my god! So you and Derek got along pretty well. I didn't know if that's just a vet thing or if you guys' personality would actually work well with each other.
I mean, I don't try to hate people, and contrary to popular opinion, I don't try to hate people. I mean, I like what he had to say. I didn't agree with everything, but that's human nature. We're not supposed to agree on everything. So I thought it was good. I had fun.
Yeah.
You ever have a show like that again? He's there. I'll gladly be there.
Me and him's gone through some hairy. I've known him for a long time, and me and him have been in the same sport. We call it. It's considered a sport. Shadow. The link is in your email, and we've gone through some hairy scenarios together. And he's a good guy. Anytime you have like 500, anywhere from 500 to like 3,000 people there, and the people ask you, hey, you and a group of people, are you willing to do security? And you're dumb enough to say yes. You and the rest of the people who are doing security become really good friends within like the first 2 days. Because it's like, all right, rock, paper, scissors. Who's dealing with the drunks today?
Chimerian says it'd be great to see more of your video you have.
Yeah, he really liked it. I appreciate the compliments. I shared some of the compliments with Derek on it, and he's excited to do more of them and have other vets. I mean, he thinks he can got a couple guys that be willing to do it, and I'm trying to keep it. At least if I keep doing this, keep it where I'm the only non-vet on the show, if that makes sense.
Probably a good idea. Not that being a non-vet's a bad thing, but if you're making it about veterans and RPGs and the theories behind it, you don't want to advertise it one thing and then be like, oh, we got a panel of 7 people that only went to college and got drunk. They didn't do the Army like you did. But you're special. Talk to us about your life. Don't do that.
Right. But I think that's how I'm going to treat that. Is basically I'll host X amount of people on that chat, but I would like to keep it where I'm the only non-vet on it, so it becomes more about them than just some guy can runs his mouth as a host.
Great show, guys. Last night was great. Max, Connell, good show, good idea. Keep it up, man. And of course, Bruce, congrats. You're going to hit that 1K in about a minute.
I'm going to say this. This is a hobby for me. As I'm kind of like in the same boat where Max is, where even if Max was making like $1,000 a week on the YouTube thing, I don't think he would quit doing what he's doing. Because
it's fleeting, man. Unless somehow I get like a $5 million just dropped in my lap, then I'd invest it. Yeah. This is fleeting. Look, I got the most super chats I ever got in a live stream last night, and while that's nice, it's nothing compared to real channels. I'm absolutely appreciative of it. It was freaking amazing. It absolutely keeps me going. It was kind of funny why they were giving them to me too. But
Max,
he wants to keep reading the book. Let's throw up $2 more. But again, all good, absolutely all good.
Find vehicle combat. You can find the vehicle combat.
But so let me finish here real quick. The thing is I doubt I'm going to get that kind of money again in another live stream anytime soon. So I'm very thankful for it, and I can't count on it. I can't be like, well, I now expect to get this much every stream. Like, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Max, your show is a real show. Your show is one of the best. Your show is a real show. It's one of the best. All of us, all of us hope to be, half the channel you've got. You've got so much going on. Don't
Wow,
ever
thank you.
sell yourself short. Don't
Now
ever.
you see my head getting bigger, right? Like it's starting to weight down this window here.
Don't make me say this again, okay? Don't make me say this again, because Heathen and I will come over there. I don't know how, because I hate to fly, but we will come over there and I don't know, do something humiliating.
I have a 45. I remind you of this, and I'm not afraid to use it. I'm in Alabama. I'm allowed to.
I've been shot before. I'm not afraid to go back to prison.
Somebody didn't know how to. No, I'm kidding.
Didn't have a play carrier.
I told my wife, I said I'd never, ever, ever want to have to fire this thing in a house. I won't be able to hear for a week.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm the same way with my Desert Eagle. It would. My hearing's bad enough as it is. Last thing I want to do is fire that.
Right.
So
My God,
I'm shopping for some new stuff. As a matter of fact, there's a gun show next weekend. My son and I are pumped. Can't wait. We're probably going to actually interview possibly a couple of guys there at the show later on down the road. And as soon as I can get some tutoring from Connell over here next week, our show hopefully will take a bit of a different turn. We've got a lot of people in the industry lined up to interview, and
that's the one thing
wait.
I really got to work on. I am so bad. We've done it a few times. I've reached out to creators, or creators reach out to me, but I want to reach out to like real creators, like the two that always come to mind, only because some really small channel did a live stream with them like 6 months ago or a year ago, and that's like Tim Kask, Ed Greenwood. I would like to get some real old school people here, but I don't know how to reach them. I'm not the type of guy that likes to go hunt down people. I find that obnoxious. I'm not the guy that goes to Gen Con to go stalk all my favorite actors or anything. I just,
you know what? I'll tell you a little secret. They love it. They love it. Okay.
Well, then publish your email, jerks.
You just gotta find the right time and the right way to do it. With the, don't be kissing their ass too much. But you got to do it a little.
The message is easy. It's the actual, how do I contact you or your publicist? I don't care. That's the part that's hard. So
everybody's got an email. Hey, Baron.
So two things, Marion. Why are you encouraging them to come to my house? I don't want to shoot people I like. Number one. Number two, what you missed from actually last night's live stream was really good. Dolly Pop was on there. Even though it sounds boring because I was trying to read a book. No, it was actually pretty fun, and I ended it as usual with a clip of a video that everybody
Dude,
loved.
why did you put that on me, man? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? You said that this is for me.
Did I say it was for you? No, I said it was for the basic expert.
No,
and Shadow.
Seen it.
And Shadow. And Shadow.
Well, there you go. So it's for you too. Happy birthday.
You missed it by a couple of months, and
happy belated birthday.
I will get you back. I will get you back. I will find something atrocious, and I will send it your way. That was I slept 4 hours last night.
You are not going to top the midget dance from Bruce.
The midget dance is horrible.
This is true.
The midget dance
Yeah.
is horrible.
In fact, Bruce, I think that should be your stream right now for your 900 subs. You should have the midget dance up there.
Okay. Well, let me get
Last chance to do nonsense before you have to worry about not being monetized.
Yeah, remember, if you're demonetized, you still get super chats. I looked at my Social Blade today to figure out how much I make on ads.
Yeah.
2 super chats.
What's
blow
weird?
That out of the water.
I'm having ads interrupt my own videos now, and I don't know why.
Because YouTube did something a few months ago where even if you can't have ads, or even if you say no ads, YouTube can still put ads in front of it because they want to.
I don't have any ads as of yet.
There are a couple creators out there who are really incensed about it because they're like, I don't do ads at all. I never want an ad. I'm not doing ads for me. I'm not doing ads for anybody. I just want somebody to click play and go. And YouTube's like, that's cute.
Now, if some cigar company out there is willing to send me free cigars, I'll do commercials for them all day.
You just keep doing it, dude. Just keep emailing every cigar company you can think of. Hell, email cigarette companies, and they'll they'll send stuff my way.
another trick. I know this is a ways off. It's still a ways
Baron.
off for me, but if you're like Baron, you'll grow quickly. If you once you hit 5,000 subs, you can sign up for a couple sponsorship deals. The thing is I'm going to be very picky about what I take. It's got to be something I like. Yeah, well, so that is true, the power of ad block, but there are ways that YouTube can get around that too. I just could do crash other people's stream.
I love Crafty. I really do. He's
funnier
on whiskey than bourbon, though. I think
I will make commercials for Crafty if he sends me cigars. I've seen his humidor. Holy shit, I'm jealous.
You got that backwards. You need Crafty to make commercials for you. He's the one with the voice.
That's true. But still.
Yep.
Yeah, if YouTube ever goes the route that some websites are going, where Java, where you can't even turn off the JavaScript because the players won't play, and enforces ads, man, people are going to go crazy. And YouTube's hinted at it, not recently, but YouTube's hinted at it. Blocking ad blockers.
So I've noticed something. I should probably not watch movies like Idiocy than hang out with my ex-wife.
Come on.
Okay, first, two things. One, yes, you're right, but why? Why would you ever hang out with your ex? I can understand, passing off the kid, through the car window kind of thing, but spending more than 80 seconds, just bad idea. Bad idea.
I refuse to take I'll take a Uber to work. I'll take an Uber home from work because the family I work for pays for the Uber. They just kind of put it into the contract I have with them to be their cook their cook. Now I will refuse to take an Uber to the fucking grocery store. I just won't do it. So I'll
Uber
wait.
Eats, man, have them bring the groceries to you.
No, just no. Might be. I don't mean to sound like a snob on this one, but when I'm picking out,
you have to say that you're being one.
When I'm picking out my own vegetable, my own produce and meat, I want to be the one doing it. You should always have a good idea what you're buying when it comes to food. And trusting somebody else to buy your food.
Yeah, it comes in a box. It goes in the microwave. I'm happy.
I don't.
How many times have I told you that if it takes longer to cook it than eat it, it's bad?
I'm sure your wife understands.
Wait, hold on. Crock pot, dude. Come on now.
If it takes longer to...
The entire Irish people would be lost.
I'm not Irish. I'm German.
But the Irish make whiskey.
The Germans make beer and wine and... what is it? Oh my God, what's the drink that they have out there? I only had it a couple times because I don't like it.
Does it taste like apple?
Oh no! God damn! What the hell? Is
Jägermeister.
It's not daiquiri. It's
Jägermeister.
Well, that's a trope, but no. They've. What the hell is the name of the drink that all the Germans drink?
Schnapps.
Yes, thank you, schnapps. There you go.
Shadow, you muted.
Sorry, I had to warn my son about last night's live stream. I'm forbidding him from watching.
There's nothing to warn him. He'll agree with Maxim Beatty. He'll agree
will he agree with the last 10 minutes?
Yes. No, that's Maxim Beatty. He absolutely will agree with that because he told Vanessa to wash her mouth out with holy water.
Right,
and
but I don't.
Chicken and
ketchup.
Okay, I know Baron is a parent. I know I'm a parent, and I know you're a parent. Jack is just a tad bit too young for that video. By 3 years.
No.
Nah.
Yeah.
He's got to learn sometime.
No,
not now.
Learn
you mean what? You mean what to never ever do ever even at gunpoint?
Learn that girls are crazy. Learn now that these women are fucking nuts.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. You know what scared me the most though? I don't know if you guys caught it. but she said something about we all have to do it, and
yeah.
you know,
Don't knock it till you tried it, basically. Yeah.
well, no, but we're not doing it. We're the weak ones. Like for a moment there, she was literally possessed by Satan, giving out that speech, and I'm just like, oh dear God!
And
I don't
that's
go
why
to church.
Maxim Beatty said, "You a liar! You will go to hell."
I told him to just watch Furry Force instead.
Oh,
No!
really?
Oh my
You think
God.
that Furry Force is bad? That's awesome. Okay. Hey,
Not the second episode. Not the second episode.
Yeah, fair.
I actually subbed to that channel, and I think I watched all 4 of them, and one of them was pretty kind of boring, but I've seen worse.
Kai, Dutch ovens are gross. Never cook your food in farts.
What? Oh my God! I think I cooked is bad. Depends on the correct. Okay.
Yeah, and
Crafty and DM James stream this morning was funny as hell.
Oh, I was at the 99-cent store today, and Baron just reminded me. I saw, I kid you not, a big gigantic coffee cup, right? Like about this big, right? But it was shaped like Baron's emoji, right? But it literally had a slot for your cookies.
Shit cookies?
A coffee mug shaped like that emoji, but with underneath it a slot for your cookies. I cannot think of anything in the world that would make me give up milk and cookies. Milk and cookies. How do you drink out of a coffee cup like that?
Very carefully.
Yeah, very carefully.
No.
It all depends. It all depends
Ask
how shitty
Vanessa.
it tastes.
It's milk and cookies. I mean, unless they coat the inside of the cup, which pray to God they don't. Look dishwasher safe, but seriously, is that what we've sunk to? We're literally willing to. Yeah, it was just awful. But it was only 99 cents, so I was tempted to buy it.
It's so awful, I almost bought it. Yeah, he's talking about the DM James stream, and I'm telling you, they're yeah.
We love DM James, but man, sometimes he pulls out some stuff that I'm like, you are going to church tomorrow, right? Because
everybody has a past.
That's why he does what he does.
I don't want to know what the hell he was doing when he was what he was 29.
When he goes to church, he has things to atone for.
He books two sessions in the confessional.
I'm pretty sure they don't have a vomit bucket in there, for the priest, because
priests are highly trained to hear everything.
Last few times,
you mean they don't have a gag reflex? Is that what you're trying to say?
They've been trained to hear everything. I was Lutheran, so I didn't have to deal with confessional nonsense. But
yeah,
I have a joke, and I'm not 100% sure I should tell it. But
now you have to. You know that, right?
Let me start.
You do that on purpose. Like, let's see how they respond to this. If I say I don't want to say something,
I don't do it purposely, but you're right. I do it. But every time I've gone to confession, the last few times, I swear the priest on the other side of it just laughing his fucking ass off. Just like, Father, I've done da.
And just to be clear, it's at you, not with you.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. So,
winning, no.
We all know where you're going, Mr. Marshall. Fuck. Bruce.
Yo.
He's
gonna tell the joke.
Why don't I see midgets yet?
Oh shit!
Okay, all right. If you're doing the midgets, I'll do the fucking joke.
Here, you have that midget clip still?
No.
Not you, Garrett.
Why would I have it?
Midget,
you sick, demented man.
Was that Christmas? Because if it's Christmas, then I can find it on the
New Year's Eve
chill stream. Or
New Year's Eve.
Okay, let me find it on the chill stream. Hopefully, I see a link to it.
So this Catholic priest and this rabbi are talking, and they're hanging outside, and they're just talking, their points of view when it comes to religion, but having a good conversation with them. And the bells for the cathedral goes off, and the Catholic priest says, "Excuse me, I have to go do confessions. It will only take me an hour. Would you mind waiting?" And the rabbi says, "Sure, I'll just come inside and sit down. You guys have some of the most beautiful buildings." So the rabbi sits down, and the Catholic priest goes and starts doing confessions. Well, about 20 minutes later, a little altar boy runs up to him and says, "Hey, Father O'Brien needs you really quick. Could you mind going? I'll point you to the confessions to go down there see what he needs." And the rabbi says, "Sure." He goes down there, and the Catholic priest is like, "Hey, I need you to sit in here and just do it for a few minutes. I gotta use the restroom really bad, and it can't wait." And the rabbi's like, "I don't know confessions. It's okay. We have a list of things. If they say this, is this how Hail Mary is, and so forth and so on." So the rabbi's like, "Okay, I'll do this." So he sits in there, and he gets his first lady, and the wife says, "I cheated on my husband with his brother, and well, that's adultery. That's this Hail Mary is, and so forth and so on." And she goes, and he gets a few more, and he's figuring out very well. No, all of a sudden he has this young lady comes in and says, "Father, I committed I gave my boyfriend a blowjob." And he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Well, let me think about this, my child." And he's like looking at a list, and he just can't seize it. He sticks his head out of, Crafty, hold on. He sticks his head out of the confession, and he sees the altar boy moves him to pull over. I come over, he's like, "Hey, what does Father O'Brien give for
Oh, he found it. Found it before me.
give for blowjobs?"
Gotta play the sound, man.
The kid, hold on, I'm about done.
Yeah, finish the joke and then.
Yeah, the rabbi asked the guy, "Kid, what does the father get for blowjobs?" And the kid looks him square in the face, says, "Milky Way or a payday."
I lost something in the translation of that one.
That's all right.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
I told you it was a bad joke. God, this video.
Oh God, I'm going to hell for that.
That wasn't
for
that bad.
that.
What are you talking about? Yeah, that wasn't that bad. I've seen a lot
Donkey
worse.
shows?
Well,
yeah,
he's been to
that.
Tijuana
Multiple times. It's an addiction. What can I say?
What am I watching? You're watching Bruce's 900 sub dance.
Where's DM James?
Oh, DM James was in that video.
Oh,
he's the one wearing the map.
Yeah. No.
You said you didn't want to know about his past. Well,
now we know the secret's out.
He was a short one.
in the past, Hunter has done reviews over some of our videos. So tonight's video is going to be that less than 2 minute video that Bruce just showed of the midget dancing. So why would people watch this? But
because it's
Why
there.
wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Wasn't that bad? The midget dance? That's nothing, guys.
Maybe I was drinking a little more on New Year's Eve.
yeah, I think
A lot.
yeah.
Just remember, the lap dance is always better when the stripper is crying.
Well, yeah.
You know, Crafty, it was you or me, one of the two.
That happens.
I must have missed that one. I'll have to go back and check it out. Was it like,
Oh, it was
like 10 hours or something?
no.
A 3.5 hour stream, I think.
Yeah, that was a short one.
Yeah, I had things I had to do today.
All right, we've already talked about the 1911 on this channel, so you should know that the military version is chambered in 45 ACP. ACP standing for automatic Colt pistol, or if you watch the video, you would know that it actually means anti-cal projectile. But what if I told you that 1911 was also the only pistol to ever be credited with downing an enemy plane? All right, deep breath, here we go. Once upon a time on March 31st, 1943, 12 American B-24 Liberator-class bombers would depart on a mission to bombard an enemy-held bridge in Burma. It's worth noting that the B-24s were so dangerous to their pilots and crew that they were unaffectionately nicknamed the Flying Coffin. I feel like a fat version of Eminem. Shortly into this mission, they would be ambushed by 13 enemy planes. There's conflicting accounts on what kind of plane. Some say it was a Ki-43, and some say it was the infamous Japanese Zero. Potato, potato, nobody cares. Moving on. During this ambush, one of the B-24s would be critically damaged and the crew would be forced to bail out. Amongst that crew was a young Texas lieutenant by the name of Owen J. Baggett. After exiting the B-24 and deploying their parachutes, the enemy pilots would circle back and open fire on the men. 2 members of the crew were fatally wounded. At this point, the surviving members of the crew would do their best to play dead, doing their best to appear to be hanging lifelessly from their parachutes. This time, a single enemy plane would double back with its canopy open, checking to see if all the members of the crew were dead. As the enemy plane approached Lieutenant Baggett head-on, he would draw his 1911 and fire 4 shots. The plane would immediately stall out and appear to spiral out of control. I'm trying to tell you that he just parachute no-scoped a fucking plane. You know, I actually think it's a war crime to shoot at somebody while you're parachuting, but it's also a war crime to shoot at somebody while they're parachuting, so those cancel each other out. Either way, this is probably the first time the Geneva Convention got a complaint that the enemy was hacking. The new pistol buff was too OP. I already made every 9mm guy from my 1911 video. The ballistics between 45 and 9mm are virtually the same. Cool story. How many planes has it shot down? I'm not trying to bash on 9mm. I like 9mm. I'm just saying it never took out Starscream's fucking grandpa, okay? And this is the part where people get all mad and they argue. It never happened. A fighter pilot would never open his canopy. Dude, it was World War II. These aren't modern jets going the speed of Mach fuck, okay? Fighter pilots in World War II open their canopies all the time. There were some pilots that preferred to fight with the canopy open so they could bail out quicker. Oh yeah, well, it's just statistically impossible. No, it's not. In fact, there's an entire theory in the aviation community about it called the Golden BB theory. Shit like this happens more than you think. Anyways, after the crew parachuted down to the ground, they would be captured and serve as POWs for the remainder of World War II. While at that POW camp, they found a colonel that claimed that he found a downed enemy pilot that had been ejected from his aircraft and had been shot by a pistol caliber round, adding further credit to this story. After the war, Lieutenant Baggett would make it home and continue to serve in the military, where he reached the rank of colonel. He would then retire to his home state of Texas, being the only man to ever win a quick draw competition against a plane. Why do all the crazy stories trace back to Texas? Most gangster battleship of all time, the USS Texas. Audie Murphy, the most decorated war hero of World War II, from Texas. Lafayette Gene Poole, maybe the most successful tank commander of all time, earning him the nickname War Daddy. The guy they based the Fury movie off of, yeah, also Texas. In conclusion, the Colt 1911 is rated for people, cows, and apparently planes. Merch store and other links available at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
I'm sorry.
That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass.
I sent you a link in private chat, Bruce.
Uh-oh.
It's being worse than the shit that you sent him.
It's more
Somebody's
comical
got-
than anything else.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You know, I don't want you to help. I'm trying to find the right way to put this, Bruce. I don't want you to move back to Illinois, but I wouldn't mind you coming fucking visiting.
Yeah, I get that, and I do like the idea of visiting because that's all the fun that would happen. Because if I actually moved back there, there would be no good job, there would be no good place to live, and there would be no enjoyment.
There's another one, Bruce, when you're done with that one. This one seems better.
Okay.
Get that cash up on the bed, on the line, nigga. Boy, nigga, get that cash up right now on the bed, nigga. Boy.
Man, somebody just needs to pick him up and throw him like a football.
Get that bag up. See what you own. Get that bag up, nigga. Boy.
It's a no me.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got the pointy hat and everything.
It's one of those urban gnomes.
Have you not read the Monster International?
No.
This is exactly how they act.
I'd pick him up and put him in the walk-in cooler.
You put him in the ice cream cooler, you still wouldn't be able to get out.
How's he expecting to rob it?
The people coming, G. The police coming.
Dude, he sniffs that bottle cap. He's going to pass the fuck out. He can't hold his alcohol.
The police coming, homie.
He didn't. He dropped it.
Yeah.
The police coming, family.
That's like making a 5-year-old drunk.
What the fuck?
You about to go to jail, G?
Can't throw for shit either.
Right now. What's up, boy? The police coming.
All right.
The police coming. Come on.
Somebody needs to be a hero and put him in timeout.
I know, right?
You want to go to jail, G?
Is he now in a different store? No.
All somebody has to do is pick him up. What's he going to do? Kick his little legs? Shut the hell up. I can hold you farther out.
All right.
One hand.
Oh my God. Hey man, you know he's little. Hey, he got cut. That's doing it right.
He's going to hold him like luggage afterwards just by the handcuffs. Just walk him out. Oh,
Fucking 7-Eleven too. This is why we can't have nice things.
Wow. Wow.
the other one's a Jerry Springer thing.
Oh God.
Oh God. I think I know what it is.
Yeah, I think we've all seen this one before, but it's worth putting for a 900 sub video.
It's like
Dude, the one midget is twice your size.
I believe the one on
He's
the
like a
ground is a
fucking turtle
door.
trying to get up.
It's not even fair.
What the fuck? Did you bite his ankle?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is the gnome paladin.
No
I
paladin.
cast smite. Oh, you got smoted.
The gnome barbarian paladin.
That's
that one's
gonna
pretty
hurt
old.
you.
What's that?
That's crazy.
You know, if this was the late 90s, there'll be videos you can order on commercials at late night. You can when midgets attack.
It was just sad.
Okay, and this one here is going to get me probably demonetized, but yeah, we'll try it.
Demona what?
You're not even monetized.
Okay.
It could give him a strike, though.
And speaking of
Yeah,
strikes,
you
did
don't
you
want
guys
that
know what
either.
happened to me the other day?
Yeah, showing pot on your show with your kid next to you. What's wrong with you?
But you know what's weird? They took the age restriction off like 10 hours later without me saying a word.
They've been getting weird like that.
Greatest field trip I have ever been on in my fucking life. They took us to a fucking cotton processing place. And there was a big ass cotton field out in the middle of fucking Raymond, Alabama, in the south of Montgomery County. We went there, and me and 28 other little nigglets in Miss Harper's third grade classroom, they took our asses out there in the middle of the fucking August heat and said, hey, y'all think it was bags and shit. Like little cute little plastic bags with a cotton puff person with a smile on his face. And they're like, hey, y'all go out motherfucker pick as much cotton as you want. And so I'm stupid ass went. I went. My mama signed off on it and didn't think about it. And I went to the fucking field trip. I had a business having a good old time. We were singing songs and shit. Picking goddamn cotton in the middle of the fucking heat. And then
Ass has got me working.
they told us you can pick as much as you want. Hey, you get to keep the fucking cotton. You can keep it. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. And we go to get back on the bus. They're like, all right, kids, turn your bags in. And they take our asses inside and took all the damn cotton that we had. And then told us to get back on the fucking bus. So me being a little rebel, I took a handful of cotton, stuffed it in my pocket, and went home. Then my mama came when she was doing laundry the next night. She was like, what the fuck, is this cotton in your back pocket? I was like, yeah. Where the hell did you get unprocessed raw cotton from? Well, yesterday on that field trip, they took us to a cotton processing plant, and we had to pick cotton all day long. My mama came to the school, and I swear to God, that shit went down. She locked this woman in her room like, how dare you jive-ass motherfucker stay back in.
When was the last time you heard somebody call a jive-ass motherfucker?
Airplane.
Yeah.
She little Negroes to a fucking cotton field in the middle of the summer. You fucking soulless bitch. She fucking checked me out of school. I didn't go to school for 3 days behind that shit. She said, I don't want to have to look at that bitch. She was pissed at everybody. Yes, that was the most racist shit I've ever gone through in my life. I didn't even understand what was wrong until the next year. I didn't even understand. I just thought we were just going to go have some fun in the field. Fuck that shit. That was fucking shit.
That is pretty messed up.
Days never finished. Master
You know,
got me
it's kinda
working. Someday Master gonna set me free.
It's sad, but kind of funny. I more or less heard the same story when I was living down in Nashville, because there's cotton fields down in Nashville that the schools will do road trips to, school trips to, and I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, Alabama's proud of its cotton. There you go. You got to see how it was made.
Hey, Bruce, you don't have to show that one I put in private chat, but it was just I know you would find it funny.
Oh, we're on a fucking roll now.
I watched one. Oh, yeah. That thing? I started to.
That's been replayed 70 times for me today.
What?
Something else caught my eye.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna go back. Actually, no, I think it was that I was watching it or something, but I don't remember. I stopped. I don't remember
Vanessa,
what.
don't eat ass.
No ass for you. No ass, Vanessa.
Chicken and ketchup. If you think ass tastes good, ketchup and chicken will taste amazing.
He didn't watch it all. He couldn't.
I don't blame him.
That chick is probably a year older than him. I mean, I don't know how old that girl was, but she looked young.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, am I on the watch list now?
Well, with as many times I've actually watched that video myself, if anybody's on a watch list, I find that video hilarious.
Oh my God, that video I made earlier with you, Max, and has got 38 views.
Like,
and
what are you doing?
Damn.
Is that the vet one?
Yeah, that's the vet one.
Have you changed the title yet so that you actually get into search algorithms?
I put in the
No, change the title to hashtag and capitalize RPG and then spell out the word veteran instead of vet.
Okay. But damn.
Wouldn't it be better to actually say role-playing game instead of RPG?
Because when people do searches, they do search for RPG, at least according to analytics.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I also gave him a whole bunch of stuff to throw in the tags of that too, and
yeah. You could do TTRPG if you want, but I think RPG would actually get more hits in your case right now.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not going to get that damn Cartman song out of my head now.
Well,
days never finish. Master's got me working. Someday Master gonna set me free.
See, that wasn't the song I was thinking you're talking about.
Alabama's
I thought it was going to be sell away for some odd reason. I was just like,
You know, you can always just.
Hey, there's always finger bang.
oh God. There's my videos.
So, no, I think if you want to just do outrage in segment 2, Max, you can do that, and you can even have them market on that. Although the rest of us are going to probably chime in with their own videos whenever they do a stupid Spelljammer sea shanty video or try to show us off some danger-haired lady.
Oh, I never tried to corner the market on it. I just rant about shit.
Talking about RPG capitalize with veterans, because there was 2 of you guys.
Okay.
And Connell, I'm going to give you a little clue here. 20.
Wow,
22,
he flipped you a quarter.
22 Sierra Coffee is looking for a YouTuber that wants to do collabs, and they are looking for somebody to do that. I like 22 Sierra Coffee. I like their mission. They're not really there for the bro vets. Their entire mission is to prevent veteran suicide.
I can get beyond that.
Hey, don't forget, I've got my Wounded Warrior Project team. If you guys want to join.
Yeah, don't worry, we're already on board for that.
We'll talk about that after off stream because that.
Ooh, Baron's got some thoughts.
Yeah, no, I know some of the inner workings behind them, so it's just personal things with me.
Bruce sent me the you'll talk about, but yeah, I'm interested in.
22 Sierra Coffee makes a damn good coffee. I'll just say that. If I wasn't already being paid by Blackout Coffee, I would be like, if neither of these companies are paying me, 22 Sierras are to prevent veteran suicide, which is kind of a bigger thing than saying I'm a veteran and I sell coffee. No offense to anybody that sells coffee, and no offense to veterans that sell coffee. But 22 Sierra has made it their goal to get the 22 suicides a day down to 0. They'll never achieve it thanks to our wonderful, shitty military and the military that's controlling them from Washington. Black Man says, I'm well, my man. Thanks for having me. How are you? We are doing fantastic right now. Having a nice, chill stream. Got some good friends here in the panel with me, and anything that pops in their heads are willing to talk about, I'm willing to listen about.
At 22, I used to know the number. I was having an argument with somebody, the difference between men and women when it comes to mental health. And I know like the number there for a while, 33% more, it's 33% more men commit suicide than women. And
because girls are only for attention. Men, we follow through. We know how to get it done.
Yeah.
Because more women actually attempt it, more men perfect it.
We set a goal and we stick to it.
But anyways, no, I used to know the numbers. I mean, I'm sure the numbers change every so often, but it was having an argument. I wasn't trying to be my normal haha funny self. I was being fucking serious. And just this woman was, well, it's tough being a woman. I'm like, have you trying to be a straight male in the world we live in right now? Then I just threw out all these numbers and I could back it up. But that was 2 or 3 months ago, and things do change.
You should check out Terrence Pop's channel. He's got a lot to say about it too.
I would think if you started digging for it, you'd find that women are on recruit difficulty and men are on veteran or nightmare. No offense to ladies. Yeah, Papa Compton's like, most women live life on novice difficulty. Men choose more violent means of suicide than women.
I did not mean for the conversation to go this way. I'm sorry.
Well, you're good.
But yeah, no, I'm interested. Anything to help. The the thing with coffee is I'm not going to say no to coffee. I mean, if they're willing to offer me some kind of markdown price, that's awesome.
22 Sierra will do that, and also they're also partnered up with Grunt Style, which is the brand of clothing I wear.
Yeah, I like some of the Grunt Styles archery stuff. They're pretty cool.
Grunt Style has a beer guarantee, which means that if anything ever gets torn or stained, if you have your clothing shrink, you put it in a box and mail it off to them, and you get store credit or another one just like it. They are the what was it Eli Lilly that used to do that, Max?
Used to do what?
Have a return policy that was the best return policy in the world. They would find boots from like decades ago that if your boots wore out, they'd get you a new pair of boots.
I don't know.
Papa Cotton asks, oh wait, Drafty Matt says, I'm a car salesman. I choose Dark Souls difficulty. Yeah. Car sales isn't horrible. It's just you have to have a team that's willing to work with you and teach you their system. I worked for Honda for a while, and Honda was garbage. The company I worked for was just absolute crap. And that was Hill Country Honda in San Antonio. I had a 1-star experience selling for them. The last 2 days I brought in $19,000 worth of down payments, and they still refused to get those people papered up. They hated me that much. I don't know what was the deal. I don't care. Realistically, Papa Cotton says, how many of you are able to become millionaires just by masturbating on the internet? Anyone? I don't know about millionaires.
I don't know. I haven't tried.
I could say that we would probably become thousandaires if we just masturbate. Probably become 10,000aires if we take anal sex. But if you're a woman, you can do stupid things. You could be fat and horrid looking, and
look, Jack Murphy can do it. Why can't we?
Yeah.
Oh, because we have dignity and souls.
I want $1 million.
Hey, it's not. Trust me, $1 million is not that much money anymore.
I would need more than $1 million.
Yeah, you add a zero to it, maybe. Yeah, and even then,
living pure commission and being told you're a piece of shit on a daily basis wears on you. I was told once that he is Satan and his kids don't deserve to eat. Wow. Some good hatred. Papa Cotton's like wanting us to lighten up. Hey, man, we're lightened up. The other thing is that he's right. A woman, an ugly one, can get on the internet and masturbate. Like the plumpprincess.com should not be a website for a woman who makes $10,000 a month. But somehow that still happens. And there's Indian guys that are out there. Oh, baby, I love you. I love you. Come to India.
Put something.
You know, I was actually thinking about having dinner a minute ago, but you cured that, Bruce. Thank you.
So, well, that's okay. Go have chicken with ketchup. It'll be fine.
I actually had some chicken nuggets this afternoon, and it was hard to. All
right, I stuck a video in private chat there.
Jake versus Fat Jake versus Lightning.
Yeah. What?
They've got an age restricted video, so we will hold off on that until later.
Oh my god! I went to school with those morons.
It's crazy.
I figured almost everybody, Shadow has it, but everybody else is throwing a video in private chats. I'm like, I know, I got one. Doesn't mean anybody should watch it, but I got one.
I'm going to hell.
You're in California.
Not just you, me too.
I really had other plans, though.
I didn't.
It's all right. I'll drive the bus. It'll be a short one, but I'll drive the bus.
In the off chance I make it through those pearly gates, I want St. Peter to be looking at the book. It's like saying to himself, this has got to be a mistake. Oh, we were talking about Saints earlier. Me and DM James. Do you know there is out of Ireland there is a Saint Conan?
That's a very common name.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's not surprising at all.
That's like Bob over here.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
like my last name is like Smith in England.
Oh,
So-
don't you know this happens?
Yeah. That's really what
Don't you know?
Parenting tips.
Oh,
Don't you know? Oh man, you know that. Speaking of Irish, I think every man should sit down at some point in their life with some popcorn and maybe something to drink, soda of some nature. Sit down, give themselves about 2 hours to watch a quality movie that has John Wayne in it. It's called The Quiet Man. And after you're done watching this movie, you're going to think, well, the Cigar DM did me a favor because this is a quality fucking film. But, you
and
know,
every Christmas you'll sit down and you'll watch another John Wayne movie called Donovan's Reef because it is a Christmas movie.
now stay away from the one where he dressed up as Genghis Khan. You will not thank anybody for that.
Although, if you want a amazing movie, go and find Zardos.
A gun is good. A penis is bad.
Yes, the gun is good. The penis is bad.
Yeah, that movie starts off properly, and then you get to see Sean Connery in a mankini.
Yes.
You know,
It's the one movie that he refused. It was the one movie he refused. He said that he refused to admit that he was actually in. He did it as a friend, a favor for a friend.
They originally were wanting Burt Reynolds. Yeah, Burt Reynolds to do that movie, and he's like, no.
No, they didn't.
I was just watching a thing about the movies that Burt Reynolds turned down, and that was one of them.
He wished he would have turned it down.
I just feast your eyes.
Because that movie came out roughly during the same time as Smokey and the Bandits.
This was 74. So I miss Sean Connery, and that, like, because of the COVID bullshit, and I'll call it that. There was a period of time where we're not going to get it back, and a lot of things happened. Sean Connery died. In a normal society, we would have had like his casket escorted through cities, through Hollywood, and then it would go back to Scotland where he belonged, and we would have mourned him properly. But nobody said shit about his death.
I don't think they would have tore his body around.
No, they would have carried it. I could see him going through Hollywood.
I know. He was fucking retired by at least by 13 years, almost 20 years by that point. I think he would have died. There would have been a big funeral. I'm not saying there wouldn't have been a big funeral. There would have been a big funeral in Scotland, but he would not. You know, they would not have Abraham Lincoln his ass and around the world.
The movie that I'm thinking of that had Sean Connery and James Caan was A Bridge Too Far.
Great movie.
It's the second time we've talked about that today.
Yeah, I kind of made a joke about that earlier. One would say that's a bridge too far, I think I said.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, after the stream of Machiny, I got to watch Where Eagles Dare. I'm thinking about having a stream on my Discord for that and sharing that out there. So, you members of my Discord community, if you want to watch Where Eagles Dare with numerous people and Clint Eastwood.
Clint's going to be there?
Clint Eastwood is going to be in the movie.
Yeah, I know. I was just making a dumb joke.
It's okay. We have all the room for dumb jokes. This is I wish I could say my streams were full of mirth and merriment and midgets and clowns, but usually that's not the case. And Papa Cotton, what about The Man Who Would Be King? Is that the movie you're thinking about?
That's another good one.
You know, there's a huge quality difference between movies made back in the 60s and 70s and movies made today, right? You like, have you guys felt it? Have you guys noticed that?
No,
Well, I mean,
absolutely.
they're different themes.
Have you seen our channel lately? We're doing, all the classic sci-fis of the 70s because I can't find a decent sci-fi movie, that
Serenity.
isn't made by people I can't stand.
Serenity. It was made by Fox before Disney bought it.
My
Yeah, that's a good
brain
movie.
hurt.
Well, my
I-
thing about movies about people that can't stand, I don't care if there are actors in there I don't like, and I don't care if it's made by producers I don't like. It's when the actual content of the movie is all woke nonsense that I'm like, I'm out.
No, it's the
Is
same
that-
thing like you say, don't buy from companies that hate you. I know they hate me. I know for a fact they hate me. They know me by name and they hate me. Therefore, they can't have my money.
Every multi-million-dollar company hates you, but it's their job to weasel your money out of your pocket. They don't know you. We've had this conversation before. They don't give a rat's ass about you.
No, but they do things that make me want to do
They
bad
do things that
I
make
don't-
you want. Right. They'll do things that make you want to hate them, but they don't hate you because they don't care about you enough to hate you. They just want what's in your bank or in your wallet.
Well, that's the thing. If they put in the movie all this nonsense, or the TV show or series or whatever, if all the nonsense in there, then they're openly saying they hate me. If they're just quiet about it, just shut up about the fact they hate me, as it's been my entire life. And my favorite band has hated me since the 80s. They made an album, my favorite album from the 80s is actually about hating me, but I still love the album.
Wait, what band is this?
Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime. It's a very anti-Reagan album.
Yeah.
Anti-conservative, anti-Reagan album. But it doesn't openly say, I hate Reagan, I hate conservatives.
No. It wraps it in a story, and it does a really good job of that story. And even more importantly, they were talented, and they hired talented.
Yeah, I'm glad you said we're.
Well, I'm sorry, but after Promised Land, I felt all the magic out of Queensryche.
Holy shit, dude! You and I are right on there. I love Promised Land. I didn't really like Empire too much; it was too commercial. But love Promised Land. And then,
great.
Then the next album, they decided to just sell out to alternative. What's his name? It was the old guitar. Chris DeGarmo wanted to do something different, and I pretty much stopped listening to him.
And
the whole situation movies are going right now, give it 10 to 15 years and they'll go into a different fucking direction.
Well, if you have Pixar out there emboldened to make movies like Lightyear, which I don't really care what the sexuality of the people are around me or on the screen, but when people are forcing an agenda down my throat, it's different. I don't need that. Even if it's a pro-conservative agenda, let me develop it on my own organically.
Be subtle about it.
Yeah, but the Lightyear crap, I'm not really enthralled by. And then worse yet, all the videos I'm seeing, the reviews are saying it's tepid at best. Now, of course, you're gonna have Kotaku and IGN and Polygon people out there just they're sucking the dick of Pixar.
Vice, Jezebel.
Yeah, they're just smoking that pole. Oh my God, this is so great! And your kids can learn how to be gay too. This is awesome. Buzz Lightyear gets a kiss. I'm thinking,
We're gonna call them the Vanessa journalists.
Yeah.
I okay.
You got a bit of a Joker theme going on there, Bruce. What are you painting?
It looks like a Medusa.
Actually, I think I have that one. It's a male and a female.
Yeah. This is the
I don't
last
ever
one.
remember reading about male Gorgons in Greek mythology, but whatever.
They're there. Just because Harryhausen didn't put them on screen doesn't mean they're not there.
No, I mean the Gorgons. I mean the Medusa had two sisters, not a sister and a brother.
Extras need to be actual people in costume instead of a digital pasted copy. Yes, I agree with that.
We've moved past that. That argument is dead in the water. We've moved so far past that. I agree with you. That's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the fuck out of was it Farscape, because they used puppets instead of CGI when CIJ, especially in that time period, fucking sucked. Aliens are not all aliens are fucking bipedal. There's going to be creatures out there that are going to be 8-legged fucking freaks, as you know, or whatever.
If only it had dialogue that was above a child's level.
You know, I really hate it when my friends make arguments.
Farscape is crap.
Go ahead.
Bruce, block that little fucker.
Which one?
Farscape is crap.
This guy
That's
here?
my son. Yeah, that's my boy.
Oh. I thought you were being serious about me blocking him. I'm like, let me get him.
No, that's my son. He's just being a smartass. He's the best.
See, Papa Cotton
go,
gets it.
Go subscribe to his channel, everybody.
Pop, you know, I didn't like Farscape myself, but the scripts for Farscape were not bad. It's just the budget sucked.
It was an Australian show. I mean, they're just trying to keep up with the Joneses like everybody fucking else was back in the day.
By having an old dominatrix guy and some chick that was supposed to be hot that wasn't, and another chick who damn near got skin cancer thanks to her costume, and
not every show is meant for everybody. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like shows that are tailored to adults. Not.
When did that show come on? Hold on. I was about to say, I think I was a teenager when I.
Okay, fair. You know what? Fair. Okay, I'll concede that. Yeah. If you were youngish at that time, I just had a lot of friends when I was in the Air Force.
Like old stills from the Road Warrior when Virginia Hay was desirable. Not that she's a bad looking lady in Farscape. She's just more distinguished looking, which means old.
Oh my God! Now Papa Cotton needs to be fucking banned. Fuck that.
What do you say?
That was the worst goddamn sci-fi show of the 90s ever fucking developed.
What?
I can't even joke about that. Fucking Lex. I cite that as my example of people I can't trust with opinions.
Papa Cotton's fine. We used to watch Lex and get drunk, so it made more sense the more we drank, and it was actually pretty enjoyable.
Okay. Oh my God.
16 when I was 16 when Farscape came out.
No, if I have to compare Farscape to Lex, Farscape wins by far.
Oh yeah.
I thought Wheel of Time series is okay. If it was just set in the world of Wheel of Time,
Dwarf is good.
It would be great. But they tried to tell you that's how the books are, and that's really not how the books are.
But by the way, Papa Cotton for Red Dwarf, they just need to stop. They're too old for it now. Tell them to stop. Somebody go find them and tell them to stop.
I was watching the newest thing on. They stopped actually doing regular TV show series. Was it Trailer Park Boys, because the guy who played Laney died, and that just broke the series.
Leahy.
Yeah, the actor died, and that just basically they couldn't. He took the funny with them, apparently, but they'll do small little skits, and those fuckers need to get that.
They had at least one season after he died.
It was a cartoon. It was an animated series.
Yeah, no. I thought they had one real season after he died. Oh no, you know what? He was in it. It was filmed before he died. They played it afterward.
Yeah.
I didn't get into Trailer Park Boys. I'm sorry. I'm still trying.
I don't think. I never saw that one either.
It's okay. I mean, it's one of those things that's fun. It's like South Park to me. You meme on it, you have fun with it. It is what it is, but no, it is definitely not highbrow humor or.
Oh, it's not even because they're lowbrow humor, because it's just dumb. I mean, it's just dumb.
Although I will say, and somebody's going to call me a pedophile for this, I don't care. But the chick that's now a dude, what the fuck's her name?
She was
Elliot.
Yeah.
Yes, God, she was. I was like, one more year, girl, you are smoking hot, and then she's like, I'm a guy.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was. She was in Umbrella Academy, right?
She was in the X-Men movie.
Yeah, except for that forehead, she had it going on. Excuse me, 5 head, 6 head, whatever. She had it going on, and then
we will fight for her honor. You will meet me for a game of handball at her 5 head.
I don't know what the hell she was thinking, but she chose the exact opposite path to actually find happiness.
Actually, I disagree. She says she is more happier now than she's ever been in her entire
people
life.
say a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just wait until she realizes what she's done and she gets older.
Wait till this entire
whatever.
movement dies.
Yeah.
I see. Once again, this is one of those weird conversations where I'm just going to disagree with most of you guys
With
on
science, with reality. Watch the video. What is a woman?
Oh,
The
I watched it.
documentary.
I watched it, and I get it. But I also believe in people's personal choices to make their own fucking mistake. And not to place it
what
on
the
them.
hell are
Nobody
you
said anything
thinking?
against that.
I mean, fuck.
People don't get to choose. Are you crazy?
What?
Yeah,
people don't do what?
Go ahead.
People don't get to choose. We choose for them.
I think I'm just, I don't know. My apathy is just, I don't give a shit.
I mean, if Elliot Page wants to go around with an addictomy, that's fine. But
she saved herself from getting breast cancer if she was ever going to get it.
But the thing is that what's going to happen to her when she's 45 and her body is wired to go through menopause and it's got all these other added on parts?
That's her. Wait, no. Here's the truth of it. That's her problem, not mine.
No, it is our problem because morons like that require us to accept them. She's mentally deranged. Anybody who goes through that, you can be as mad as you fucking want, but these people are psycho. They're
I'm
absolutely
not mad. I'm just.
The only ones that I concede to are the ones who are literally intersex, as in chromosomal issue. Other than that, you're fucking foogled up here, and you need to seek help.
Absolutely.
I have people in my life that have that dysmorphia complex going on with them, and they just don't feel comfortable in their skin. But
there are people who hate their arms and legs and ask doctors to take them off because they think that their arm is not a part of them. It is a real thing. I get that, but that is not a normal person. That is a person who's got problems up here.
Well, this lady doesn't have that much hatred for her own body, but it's definitely a sad thing whenever you talk to them and they're like, "Oh, my legs are giving me pain today."
The only thing she has done as of right now is removed her breast. 20 years from now, 10 years from now, she can go to a liposuction. She can go to a doctor because she'll have Hollywood money and say, "Hey, I changed my mind. Please put my tits back." She hasn't done anything to her body that it cannot be fixed as of right now.
It's not about I don't give a fuck what she does to her body. It's the agenda nonsense. I don't have to accept I identify. No, you don't. You have fucking chromosomes. That's how you fucking identify, you whore.
That's why we're friends.
I'm not going to give into this bullshit game again. I don't think I told any of you guys this, but when we were watching that video, that what is a woman video, I got mad when they talked about Kinzinger, whatever the hell his name is, because I was like, I stopped the video and I paused it. I looked at my wife and said, is this? Why are they talking about this guy when they should be talking about the pedophile John Money? John Money's the one that's actually put this crap out there, like, oh, gender's a construct. Oh, children can change gender. Blah blah blah. Fucking pedophile. This dude should have a lawnmower taken over his head. And then the next segment was John Money. I say, okay, read.
I was just going to say that.
Follow up with that. These people are not normal. They are absolutely trying to indoctrinate, whether it's through postmodernism, whether it's through whatever term you want to use, critical theory, blah, 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 blah. Find your buzzword. I don't care. The right buzzword is evil and wrong, and don't let it happen.
I agree.
Amen.
I know that that might be a hot button topic for other people, but if you don't like the way you look, there's gymnasiums, there's exercises. You can fix that part about you. But if you look at your body and you think it's alien, there's something more wrong with you that might need some medication and therapy.
Now, to be fair, those people have the extreme cases, the ones who literally try to rip off their arms, who wake up in with night terrors because of parts of their body they don't feel. Some doctors will amputate the stuff. It's not about that to me. It's literally not about surgeries or what somebody does to his or her own body. I don't care. What I care is the agenda of you have to accept me, or this isn't a disease. I just don't feel the same way you do. No, fuck off. It's a disease. It's a mental disease, you morons.
Papa Cotton says they want to change pronouns at a whim, and we're supposed to constantly apologize for getting them wrong. They want you to constantly grovel for their forgiveness.
This is why
Don't give
Dolly
a
and I
fuck
are.
what they want. I'm tired of giving a fuck what they want. What about what we want? We outnumber them. We have the training, the tools, the knowledge, the fishing rods. We've got it all. And they think that they bitch loud enough, we're all going to cave in. Fuck that.
Well, the other thing is that we've got the kids. We've got the kids they're trying to convert. They're not making babies. They're not out there, trying to, procreate. They're out there trying to have as much bad fucking burnt coffee as they can get in their pie hole, and that's it. But
and they also realize that in a generation they will be more than outnumbered. They will be a microscopic minority.
I mean, right now, for what we're specifically talking about, 0.03%, and it's rising. But this is what I want to put a challenge out there. And Bruce, you can shut me down if you, because I won't go to the soapbox side of this. But I'm just gonna say out there, all the people in chat right now who are sitting there, oh my God, yeah, gender, he, she, pronouns, blah blah blah. How many of you weirdos say they in the singular? That was a linguistic change brought upon us by academia that the left embraces and the right is too ignorant to fucking figure it out. Never say they. When you say a person, blah, 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 it's a person does this, not they. It's he or she. He is gender neutral. The dictionary changed in 2018 due to activism. The Chicago manual style has not changed. It is still wrong to do it, but most of you have been doing it since the 90s because you're academic high school teachers who are getting indoctrinated in this nonsense. Started teaching it to you incorrectly because it felt better and it's more inclusive. It's fucking wrong. He is gender neutral. And anybody who says otherwise is only thinking, and Dolly, I guess, and I are going to have an argument about this at some point in the future because she's going to write a rebuttal to my blog post. It's all feelings.
Yeah.
All feelings. Don't give them this shit.
But that's all they run on is feelings. And since women outnumber us by a slight margin, we're eventually going to end up in a literal war of the sexes.
I don't think it's going to be a sex thing because there's guys is just as using your guys' thought processing. There's guys out there that are just as mentally off as there is women. It's not going to
be the first casualties in that war. Because you're high if you think the women will send more women into battle. No, that's what we're for.
Well, I don't care about that. You know what? If you're capable of doing the job, I don't have a problem with you doing the job. You have to be capable, though. Problem is the Army right now is lowering standards. The Air Force has lowered standards. Did you just read about the first woman that passed, was it Ranger School or whatever? Come to find out, they cheated.
Yep.
To get her through. Yeah. So if you can't meet the standards, then you don't do it. I don't care about your what gender or sex you are. But this whole idea that, again, I know a lot of you out there don't care. I care because I'm trying to show you some of the things that happened that you didn't even notice. If you say, hey, when somebody goes over there, they get a blah blah blah. That's, you have conceded that the left wanted that. And I don't mean the normal left. I'm talking the progressives. Now what we call woke. They're changing other definitions on you. Who the fuck uses the term cisgendered? I'm a normal motherfucking person. Now you're not adding little adjectives or baby talk words in front of what I am.
Next will be the yellow stars.
Right? So Yeah, it's all not. Don't give in to any of this. Stand up against it. Don't have to do it violently or anything stupid like that, but stand up against it. If they try to change definition, say, no, I am not using your definition for this. If they try to change the terminology, say, no. When they call you racist, throw it right back at them because you can show that they're projecting very easily, or any other mistophobe. Screw all that. Just say, I'm just flat out, don't accept it at your job. But I'll get fired. Look, I don't want anybody to get fired, and I'm not stupid enough as some of the other people out there who be like, well, then you got to stand up against it like that. No, but you do need to stand up against it in your lives. Get to your local governments, your school boards, your councils, your mayor. That's where this crap starts, not the federal government. Fuck Biden. Nobody gives a shit about that old man. Get to your local governments.
Hell, his own family doesn't care about him.
Not true.
They had to act all concerned today whenever he fell off the bike. It was great.
Jesus. It's about as bad as saying
he's fine. So he fell off his bike. You know, I've read 2 articles already. Ha ha! He fell off his bike. He's old. He's stupid. Who cares, dude? I've probably fallen off a bike.
He's the same. I think he's the same age as fucking Trump.
What I care about is the fact is that he's taking this country off the bike. I mean, that's the problem.
I'm not saying I agree with everything he's fucking done while he's in office. To tell you the truth, I can't exactly think of anything I agreed with him.
He's the new Jimmy Carter.
He kind of is.
On steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popped up to 11.
I don't know. Jimmy Carter was really bad. I think we're just seeing that because we're living through it more so right now. I mean, obviously we lived through it. Most of us lived through it in the 70s as well, but we're really seeing it right. I think Jimmy Carter may have been worse, but we'll see. It depends on some of the things that he's trying to pass through.
Gas prices jack up with him too.
Carter, he's the one that had the gas crisis.
I just every time somebody told me this, and I don't know if I completely bought it, but every time there's a Democrat in office, the gas prices go up. I'm like, that can't be right.
2008. Remember, Illinois had $4 a gallon gas.
So.
Actually, it was 2008 and 2007, 2009.
But he's going to be in there. He lives at the fucking White House. God, I hate when people say he's in Hollywood. I'm like, no, he's not.
No, he's in Delaware.
Here's the bottom line, really, when it comes down to, at least in my opinion, you don't have to like the guy, but he is the president of these United States. Respect the office.
Yep.
Yeah.
I call him President Biden. I call him President Trump. I call him President Obama. I get mad when people don't do that. He was duly elected, but at the same time, he's still a person. He's not a king. He's not an emperor.
He's 80 fucking years old.
78, yeah.
78. Okay. I mean, fuck.
I'm more scared of her if she becomes president.
Oh, the VP? There was literally no one I wanted to be president this past election, so I just used my constitutional right and voted for my fucking self.
I really liked the money I made on Trump. Okay. And the
Thank you.
I really liked the ability to decide for myself what I could do.
There's a weird science that comes out, and it's not true with every president, but it's true when it comes to a lot of them. Every good thing the president doesn't do, every good thing the president does not come effect when he's in president. It normally happens about 2 to 3 years after he's in office.
That's okay. That part's partially true, but not fully true. That's especially with executive orders and so forth. And the thing is, you have to understand that economy is speculative. We're not actually living in lack of gas right now. Lack of gas is going to be 3, 4, 5 years from now. Yeah. Everything is speculative in that regard. What you're saying is partially true up and through about the 80s, but once computers really started taking over, once the speed of communication sped up crazily, starting with Clinton. The presidents, they got about 1 year of blaming the previous administration before it's pretty much on them.
Well, I as a former oil field guy, whenever he got in office, the first thing he starts doing is signing off on exec orders and stopping our own pipeline, opening pipelines for Russia, and he might say he's all chummy with Zelensky, whatever his name is, but everything looks like it's set for Russia to make money on, and it's really weird because they say that they're defending Ukraine, but yet they're not. Ukraine's running out of bullets. Like every other day, they pass their $2 billion resolution. We'll give you more money. Give you more money. Where's the
really haven't given them too much yet, though. A lot of it's just like, yeah, we're going to give this to you, and then it doesn't show up.
Trump
it takes time to bring all that together.
Trump was supposed to be sending them money when he was in office, and I don't know what exactly all happened with that.
But there's a whole ton of treaties out there. This is the thing so I did not vote for Trump the first time. I threw my vote away by voting for the libertarian who didn't even know what Syria was. Oops. But I did vote for him the second time because I saw what he did. I also didn't vote for him because I thought he was a Democrat running as a Republican. So I was very skeptical of him.
I can empathize with you on that because whenever I first saw him take Cruz out of the top spot, I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you getting rid of Cruz? What's going on, America? And I was scared. And then after I saw him take over, I really liked what he did with his office. I really did.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah, they were. But
let me put it to you this way, guys. My portfolio went up over $400,000 under Trump. With Biden in, it's gone down approximately $200,000. There's nothing you could ever say.
I've lost over 60K so far this year.
Yeah, there's nothing that anybody will ever be able to say that will make me do anything other than hate Biden.
Well, how much of that is?
To be fair, economies are cyclical.
How much of that is a president? How much of it is just a free fucking market that has its own fucking?
Well, what free market? The free market has been bailed out since the 90s, and especially with Baby Bush, has had money injected into it by the government to prop it up. The stock market is so fucking.
My portfolio was stuck at 600K for decades. Trump popped in, it went up 400 grand. Biden comes in, it drops 200 grand.
So I'm gonna, in theory, give you, let's say, 500 grand. Tell you go to your local casino, wherever that may be in California. I don't know if California has a casino.
I don't gamble. Okay.
No. Just hear me out. I realize you don't gamble. That's fine.
If you're comparing gambling to investments, I'm going to shut you down quickly.
Stock market. How's that not a gamble on principle?
It's your ignorance. That's how. Absolutely, 100% your ignorance. Do some research. I used to be licensed in all of this. I know how the stock market works. I know how mutual funds work. It's a gamble when you just look at the newspaper and say, let me throw $1,000 this way. Let me throw $10,000. That is a gamble. But people who do real investing, which is why I do mutual funds more than stocks, people who research these companies, they know what they're getting out of it. This is why my mutual funds are doing kind of okay comparatively. Yes, they've gone down, but compared to other things, because there are people who spend their lives doing this. It's not. Futures are speculation. The stock market can be speculation. Like I said, if you just grab it out of the newspaper or read a Bloomberg article and go, "Oh, look at me, I'm going to invest in that because somebody said it." If it's an article, it's already too late. But the stock market itself is not a gamble.
But how many people, other than you, that has a financial background, truly understands what the stock market is without going through a company and praying to God that they're not about ready to be bent over the table because that company decides that they're more important than their clients?
Where do you come up with this shit?
When I worked for Citigroup,
what company thinks that they're more like, I'm going to screw? I mean, they're Ponzi schemes. You got that. What the fuck was that dude's name that went to prison about 10 years ago? What's that?
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac. You have assholes like that. Absolutely. But most brokerages actually make money when you make money. They don't want you to lose money.
Yeah, they make money when you make the cash, Connell. So
Sean, I'm not a Democrat. I hate fucking both parties. I think both parties need to be stripped down and thrown out. Our founding fathers did not want a two-party system. Two-party system.
Thank you, Mike Barnes.
Two-party systems screw everybody because one side is always trying to screw the other.
I mean, that part's true, but as far as finance goes, yes, some things are a gamble in the terms of I hope this company does well, especially when you're getting involved early on and whatnot. But if you were to invest in Ford today, if you only care about what you made in a quarter, you're not investing properly anyway. Put the money there, put your $1,000 there, or whatever it is. Come back 5 years later and see what it is. You should, in theory, based on how the stock market has traveled, although the last few years has been a little weird on this because, again, the government is injecting money in the stock market that it shouldn't be, it should give you about 8 to 10% per year on average. It's going to go down 4% one year, go up 12% another year, go down, but the curve is 10% per year on average. That's just the numeric
I remember
facts.
when maybe Bruce will, but about 20, 30 years ago, there was a company here in Illinois, my area, Peoria, that basically screwed a lot of people over. Do you remember which one I'm talking about?
No.
Oh God.
Country companies, State Farm. Who?
No,
What are you talking about? So Cam's Crash Courses, I was Series 6 and 63. I didn't take the Series 7, but I had to learn everything was in there. I just didn't want to do Series 7. So yeah.
No, I will not argue finances with you. There's this company, I can't remember. No, and they were a financial broker, and they screwed over a bunch of people, and they were attached to Caterpillar. I don't remember which one they were.
Yes, there are things that can happen. You can find McDonald's made a bad burger at some franchise too. You can find that. Look at there are scams out there everywhere, and some we just let happen. I'm not saying that every single financial institution is perfect. What I'm saying is that stock investing itself is not a gamble if you do your education. And by education, I mean you understand the company. You don't just say, I like Ford, I'm going to give it money. No, you look at where's Ford been? What are some new things coming out? What are a lot of these companies? I've got friends who do this. I don't. I'm too lazy. But a lot of these companies have quarterly earnings calls. You start listening to those quarterly earnings calls. This is how the serious investors do this. They talk to the people.
The company that I like that I still have a little bit of money in is Hormel. I have stock in Hormel, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hormel, but
I used to love the Hormel chili, man. I don't care. I was poor growing up.
Dude, that Hormel stuff is amazing. And look at their stock versus how much they're costing themselves. Those guys are in it. That's almost as good a stock as Exxon. And I wish I had Exxon stock.
Dude, my oil stocks, I sold most of them a couple years ago, but the little bit that I have left, it's going through the roof. It's saving me.
I could be wrong about this, but the only reason why that fucking Darian Gray princess hasn't fucking killed over being poor is because she's stocking on insider trade.
Well, if you talk, Pelosi, look, all of Congress has had insider trading forever. If you think anything else, and I'm not even being conspiratorial, they're the ones passing the laws that are going to affect this stuff. Now, the caveat is they're actually not supposed to act on it. Now they're just blatantly acting on it, which somebody needs to get in trouble for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
let me finish up one last thing, Colin. This is what I would say. You again, temporarily, if you look at stocks and investment as a short-term thing, that is gambling. The people who get into futures, that is, again, short-term futures, that is gambling. The day traders, that is gambling. Some people can make money, most don't. But if you're just in it, like I either trust this company because I researched it, or let's say you don't even want to do that. You just want to say, you know what? I'm not smart enough for this. I want somebody else to handle it. Go find a reputable mutual fund company. Vanguard. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Vanguard, but Vanguard, a lot of the insurance companies do it. Just don't tie your insurance with it. That's stupid.
What did I say? Okay, no, I'm listening to you.
But the point is you don't have to do this yourself. There are companies that are made for it, and yes, well, they take a little bit. They take a small percentage. They get the money based on having millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people that invest in that company. So they take a small percentage. That's it. And again, when you make money, they make money. When you don't make money, they don't make money. So they want you to make money.
Yep.
That makes a great deal of sense. I don't know. 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, was it fucking company was supposed to be taking retirement for schools or firemen or cops.
They were shitty. companies everywhere. That isn't the norm.
And right, and that's where a lot of this is coming from. Is because I fucking I wasn't
Look at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac with the whole housing crisis, the Frank Dodd bullshit, and everybody's like, "Oh, see, this is what happens when George Bush goes to war." No, what happens when Frank Dodd, my God, was it Chris Dodd? The Frank, fucking talking about what the hell is Frank's first name? Massachusetts. Was he a representative from Massachusetts? Whatever the hell he was. When forced Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, why do I keep saying that shit backwards? To say, oh, you make $7.95 an hour. Here's a $300,000 loan for a house.
Oh, come on!
Sounds like Acorn.
It was a bus driver. One of the more notable stories was a bus driver was given a loan for like $350,000 because if not, they're gonna accuse everybody of being racist. Blah blah blah. Yeah, he was a gay guy. Yeah. The government should not be in, and some people might disagree, and maybe you'll get some other people to turn on me, but the government should not be given the airline subsidies. But then our prices for flying will rise. Yes. Yes, they will. The government should not be giving farmer subsidies to burn their own fucking crops. I'm from Minnesota. I see that shit. Illinois actually is the worst.
This is the one. I was looking. I couldn't exactly read this one. My eyes are giving me shit today. The 40K investment thought that the company is confused. Everyone tells them to throw their money at these companies.
That's
no. Years risk. Okay, that's the one I read. That's what I was trying to read when you were talking.
401ks have protections, people. Like
2008 killed us.
Yes, 2008 with the housing crash.
What was it?
Bailouts and all that other nonsense.
The sins of Acorn are what paved the way for 2008's housing crash. If you guys,
well, I think it was before that, but you might be right for like the impetus for it to actually fall apart right then and there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
isn't that the same time that Martha Stewart went to jail for
She's one person. She did not cause an economic crash.
No. I'm just at that time period. I'm not looking. I'm not
just somewhere around there.
Yeah. No. Listen, I mean, God. I realize in most of these conversations, I'm going to be the odd man out, and I'll admit that I might be wrong.
Look, if you disagree with certain things, the way things go forward, I get that. But my thing is, by saying, and this comes from the fact that when I was a financial planner, I heard people say this and ended up screwing themselves because of it. Oh, it's a gamble. I'm not going to do that. What does a 30-year-old know about investment? I don't know. What does a 55-year-old that just took out a second mortgage to buy an RV and a second boat that he can't afford know about fucking finances? I don't want you living off of my fucking money when you retire, asshole. That guy's actually dead now, but he's one of my friend's dads. But like, dude, I didn't say this shit to him, but it's like, no. You're going to end up sucking on people's seats. Like, I don't trust investments. Well, then how the fuck are you going to retire? Because Social Security might not be here then. Well, I'll have the government. Well, the government's my money, and I don't want it to go to you. I want it to go to me. I work for me. I don't work for you.
Sean, are you taking another poke at me?
And he's right. People who worked at McDonald's were given home loans, Well,
fucking... No, it wasn't Mickey D's. Mickey D's actually is now paying decently. They're paying like $13 to $15 an hour, depends on where you live.
It's an entry-level job. You should try to get out of it.
Yeah, well, it's very
you should not be able to make a living wage off what used to be the lowest of the low. That's only going to make it impossible for everybody else
Yeah. I think places like Walmart need to be torn up, shut down.
Why?
Because our nation was actually kind of built on mom and pop stores.
Doesn't matter. Times change. Why? Yeah. Give me a legitimate reason that it should be taken down. Because I'm not going to say I'm not going to disagree with you. You can't just say it's going to be taken down. Put a reason out there. Why?
They openly admit to only paying their employees enough to be able to live on food support and a few other things. This was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Who cares? That's if it's my business, I'm going to pay you what the fuck I want to pay you. If you don't like it, get a different job. I don't owe you a living. You owe me the work that has been contracted to you.
But you should, not you as in you, But when I work for my clients, they pay me what I think, what they think.
And if they willingly pay that, then there you go. I don't have a problem with how much you get paid. I don't care if McDonald's pays its employees $100 an hour, but nobody deserves anything. You don't deserve shit except for the oxygen in the air because we can't take it away from you.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet. Not
Yeah,
yet.
okay.
They're working on it.
Like this whole thing, like, well, I deserve this. If you deserved it, you would be getting it.
No, these are the things you deserve: are water, air, pursuit of happiness.
Well, tell that to Portland, because Portland, you can't put your own water in barrels.
I've never understood that.
You can get a ticket if not arrested in California in some places.
I would tell Newsom to go fuck himself. I'd put a hit out on the fucker.
I think Illinois is like one of the few states that lets you.
Yeah, you collect the rainwater and you could go to jail because they think they are God and they own the clouds. Yeah, they can fuck off that bridge with Dan. As a matter of fact, they get fucking bumped to the head of the line.
I live in Illinois, Sean. Every once in a while, Illinoisism comes out of my mouth. Do I like it? No. I'd rather live down in Tennessee. No, not Nashville, because Nashville is fucking a shithole. Well, it's a very beautiful shithole, but it is a shithole. I'd rather live in Lebanon, not Antioch, but Lebanon, one of the towns on the outside of Nashville, where I can have land and actually grow stuff. And
not for long. Not for long.
Yeah, Nashville's going south.
Yeah, BlackRock is pulling out all the fucking stops. Why do you think we're not allowed to water our lawns here in California, at least around Los Angeles, except 1 or 2 days a week in the middle of the hottest summer we've had in quite a while? Why?
A couple of years ago, limit your showers to like twice a week or something too.
They're getting ready to do that next. And what's going to happen because of that? Everybody's yard is going to turn to shit. More people are moving out. And what's going to happen? BlackRock's going to buy up every square inch of this fucking place.
The housing issues I had when I moved here, because even my real estate agent was seeing that. But the thing, I just want to be very clear. So one, I don't want to pile on Connell. Two is I'm not saying that people shouldn't have a livable wage, and I'm not saying that maybe these companies can't pay more. What I'm saying is if I own a business, I have the right to pay where the fuck I want. And that's my business. It's not yours. If you don't like it, go work somewhere else or make your own business and run me out of business because you do a better one. Now, again, that's stupid for me to do that. I'm just saying, but I have the right to do that.
Right, but no one's going to run a Walmart out of fucking business. That fucking horse is already out of the barn. You know, I've lived in certain areas where there's
people said the same thing about Sears Roebuck for about 50 years. But you know what?
The internet killed them.
Yeah, and something's going to kill Walmart and Amazon at some point. Maybe not the companies themselves as they'll adapt and overcome, but something is going to get in the way of them as well at some point. I keep innovating. Keep doing like this goes like we were talking before about fuels and so forth. I'm totally for green energy, 100% for it, but not at the cost of our current energy. We should still be pumping oil. We should be building nukes. We should be doing all of this to bring energy costs down. At the same time, we should be innovating to have cars that don't pollute, because pollution, the word in of itself, is bad. We should be developing different technologies to move forward. We know this shit's going to happen. Someday we're going to run out of dead plankton and dead trees from millions of years ago. So let's work forward, but don't force it on us right now when it's a haphazard technology. Photovoltaic cells from oh my God, can't think right now. What the hell is it? The sun hits them, we get power. Solar collectors. Words bad, tired. Right now, while they're getting much better and they get better year by year, they're still not over the life of them actually equal cost effective. You have to have subsidies for them for people to want to get them. Hopefully in 5 years, 10 years, that flips. But until it does, don't take away what we've already got.
Well, you got to understand that right now, less than 1% of the country has electric or hybrid cars.
Yep.
If we shut down all oil production like Biden would have us do, that means only 1% of the population can drive. Once again, we walk into yet another
lockdown. Those batteries. There's still power, there's still energy going into those batteries, number one, and the disposal of those things is not as clean as people make it out to be.
Oh my God, it's horrific. I just watched a video on what they do to dispose of that crap. And of course, the poorest of the poor are the ones tasked with doing that job with little to no protection whatsoever for their health and well-being. We have enough gasoline in this country underneath our land right now to provide gas for every single car.
Fracking.
For every single car in this country for the next 450 years. And yet we're going and begging to other countries for gas, countries that not only hate us, but want to see our downfall. Or we can buy these rare earth metal batteries from another country that wants to completely destroy us.
So two parts. That one of those, I'm not countering. I'm just going to tell you what the counter I heard was. Is like, as long as we're using other people's gas, we hold on to ours, and then sometime in the future they'll be out. We'll keep it. I think that's a bit simplistic and maybe even conspiratorial to be true. But the other part is, like you're talking about, yeah, China getting all this. It's because we let China into Africa.
Well, not just that, but yeah, and who's in the pocket of China? The current administration, not just Biden. The Pelosi's, Feinstein, you name it, they all have basically signed our death warrants. They've all joined the suicide pact to destroy our country so that China can then just walk in and own the place without firing a shot.
That's not going to happen. Well, China.
No, because people like me will stand up.
Even before our current presidency, China and I think one other country owned like a good percentage of our debt anyways.
And who was putting a stop to that? The guy they rode out on a freaking rail.
So here's the funny thing about that, though, and this is what people like. It would be war. Don't get me wrong, what I'm about to say, but all we would have to do is tell China, we're not paying you back. And yes, it is that simple. We could say we're not paying you. It would be war because of that. But the other negative effect to us is nobody in the world would trust us for a while, probably a good generation, and I mean a 20-year generation, before anybody really would help us without some incredible interest rates. But we could do that. It would still hurt China more than us.
Yep, they're a paper tiger.
China has backed themselves in such a fucking. China and Russia have backed themselves in such a fucking corner. China, with the whole breeding or how many kids a person can have, their population will be
exporting males right now, and that's the thing to look for. Who left? Baron
this
left.
might get too serious for Baron.
Oh.
Not too serious, but just
look. I'll shut up about that. I was talking about the financial stuff. So it's Bruce's stream, and I don't want to kick people off his stream. Sorry.
Hey Baron, if you're still there in the chat, if we get off political talk later, of course you're invited back in, bud.
I'm going to be going to bed here in probably 20 minutes anyway. So
I mean, I can shut up. It's wow.
We've been at it for 2 hours and 47 minutes with an average of 8.5 viewers. Thank you, Mr. Half. Baron,
I don't know if I'm the one that started it, but I'll take the blame for it. I apologize.
It's my fault.
No. It's my channel. I'll take the blame for it. And hello, George Lucas. I want to say that we hit 900 subscribers completely because Baron GRock had put my name out there to a few places where they have people that are thirsty for content. And I don't know what happened, but he did something, and I went from 430 to over 900 subscribers. And I owe a lot of thanks to him for the numbers I have. Now, I'm not going to say that those are real people or fake people. I'm going to say that those are subscribers, or those are numbers.
Are you seeing your views go up?
I did.
Then they're real people.
Huge. And I don't know. I don't know if there's like a server farm somewhere or what, but it's pretty impressive.
No, he's been tagging your video, or he's been helping you tag your videos. He's been promoting your videos. Things that however long your video is. If you make a 30-minute video, then you should do an hour's worth of promoting.
I was really surprised with those numbers, and we give people
You
on this
should be.
channel.
I'm surprised your numbers have been as low as they have been for this long. Your numbers should be
I'm not.
massive.
I'm not. I mean, I love Bruce to death, but I have a good idea why his numbers are low. Same reason why, for the same reason Barron just left. People are going to game, not talk politics. What's the three things you don't talk about? Money, politics, and sex.
Well, partially true, partially false. So if this was a political channel, that actually would be. I mean, he would probably be doing a lot better. But it is a gaming channel, and that's where you're at. You're right. That's why on ours we stay away from it. And if you don't want me talking about it here, I absolutely will not, because I get why we shouldn't be talking about that stuff. But politics is actually where it's at right now. And yeah, I ended my sentence with a preposition. Tell you how serious I am on that. But that's. Politics is going to get you views as long, again, you promote yourself and you have coherent thoughts.
Well, if you want to discuss what you do, Max, I'm going to add some links in the description, and after that, we will all go around the horn, and we will then exit the stream. I'm going to make sure I put Garrett front and center. I owe him the success. I mean, I've got the channel. I've got a lot of videos up. He actually boosted my signal to where we're almost at 1,000. I thank him.
I didn't mean for you to shut down your stream either. That's the other thing. Wow. I feel like a horse's ass.
Well, I mean, how long did you plan on streaming in the first place, I guess, is what I'd say. But yeah, if our conversation is pushing away people that are real life friends like Baron and Kai, then I think it's time for us to talk about happier things.
Absolutely.
They complain about politics just as much as we do. Do they do it with us? No. But I can almost guarantee you that when things are happening at the supermarket or at the tank, at the pump, they will have a lot to complain about. Huge complaints. So they are welcome to voice their concerns about the content. Everybody that I have on here as a panelist is free to exercise their First Amendment right. I don't know any simpler way to put it.
I talk about this stuff all the time, which is another reason why I keep it off of my channel. I always come in. I'm somewhat armed when it comes to this because I work around people with, we'll just say, differing opinions. And
this is probably the most I've talked about politics in probably a month.
But it's good because you did walk away with some knowledge. I mean, you had a panelist, you have two guys in the chat that have dealt with securities before. I've sold mortgages under a mortgage.
Oh, yeah. No, I get
too.
what you're saying. That aspect, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the stock market thing is an issue with me because the fact that I've seen a lot of people hurt themselves by being scared of it. And they're scared of it because they don't understand it, but there are methodologies around not understanding. I don't fully understand it. This is why I do not invest a lot in direct stocks. I had some slush money that, to be fair, I've lost money in more than I've gained right now, thanks to this year. But most of my investments are mutual funds where the true people who spend all day and all night looking at this stuff are. And I trust the company I'm with because I used to, work for them.
Pretty badass. And whenever you see companies' inner workings and you still want to be their customer, that's pretty important. I'm not that way anymore.
A politics when it comes to the continents I've voiced.
No, I disagree, Baron. I think you're part of this and you should be here. And if you don't want us talking about that, we won't talk about it. I mean, it's Bruce's channel, obviously, but
yeah, absolutely.
I would side with you on this and say let's bring it back to something better.
I have a video that still needs to be watched. Fat Jake versus Lightning.
Hold on.
Yeah, Gary, come back. We'll, like I said,
we didn't lock you out.
Yeah, and this comes. I'm tired. I haven't slept since.
So am I.
Yeah, and all this. Yeah, we could change the subject. Come on.
If you're some rando, I probably wouldn't care. But I mean, you're Baron. You're a friend. You're you belong. You belong here more than I do. You know?
Okay. I almost got all the links there in the chat.
Yay.
So this guy goes to a pet store, and
This is gonna be another joke we don't get.
No, you'll get this joke.
My son's still giving me shit in the chat. Can you believe this?
Yeah,
None of you can say
it.
that. What the fuck? I am seriously going to have a long talk with my son. No, I'm kidding. Bring it on, buddy.
Sounds like he's gonna have a long talk with you.
Yeah, are you?
I know. I'm scared.
Yeah,
Ooh, no.
yeah. He's not wrong. Shit. Anyways, Jack, earmuffs. You can't hear this joke.
Oh, maybe he's not talking about me. He's the question mark, huh?
Go
I figured
ahead,
he's
Kyle.
giving me shit.
So,
What the hell is a DRC? What's a DRC? Anybody know? Okay, let's ask
Maybe he meant the
smart-
DNC.
A DRZ is a dice rolling zone.
No, DRC.
No idea.
Dice rolling. So he's talking about gaming. So that is a no to Soycraft RPG.
Oh.
Wait, no, huh?
No, he's talking about his kid, right? You can't argue morals when it comes to solar power because of the DRC.
It's got to be
It's a-
something involving solar power.
Direct.
It's a country. I think he's talking about China.
Okay. Democratic Republic of Congo.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, bud.
All right.
I couldn't actually see the chat until a minute ago.
All right. Guy walks into a pet store and he's walking around. All of a sudden, he hears somebody cussing in the background. Just going at it. Fuck this, fuck that. Where's my food? He walks back there and he sees a parakeet. He's like, holy shit. So he goes up to the pet shop owner and says, how much for the bird? And he's like, do you want the bird? He's like, yeah. Have you heard of the mouth on him? I was like, yeah, that's why I want to buy him. He's like, okay, give me $500 and I'll throw in the cage and everything. Just get him the hell out of my shop. So the guy buys him and he sets him up at home and they're just having a good time, just cussing at fuck you left and right, So one day the guy brings back to his apartment his girlfriend and the parakeet was like, who's this whore? Just going at it again. And he's like, stop it. The parakeet's, fuck you. And he's like, one more word. Then the parakeet says, kiss my ass. So he grabs the parakeet, throws it in the freezer, and goes, sits down next to his girlfriend and says, I am so sorry about the bird. I know he's got a foul mouth. And he stops and realizes what he just did. He goes back, opens up the freezer, and looks at the parakeet. The parakeet is looking at him very calmly. Tilted says, excuse me for my language, sir. I will refrain from calling young lady guest any foul language from here on further. But I have one question for you. The guy is now stunned because the bird is speaking proper English, and he's never heard this out of this bird before. He's like, yeah, what's your question? What did the chicken do?
That I get.
No. The answer is no.
Hey, all right, Vanessa.
See, that was funny. Everybody was laughing.
I gotta ask.
Yeah, my son is giggling his ass off.
Shadow and Sun, you gonna release a stream tomorrow?
With Connell, if he has done his homework.
I've done most of it. I just can't get past a certain part because I just want to bang my head up against the damn wall.
Did you ever read the book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is that you guys are doing a variety of topics, and I saw in Legion of Myths chill stream last night a really cool comment from Thurston Howell where he said, don't get hung up on small stuff. You and your son are becoming a pillar in our little group here because you put out content on a regular basis every day. You don't stop. You keep going. So keep at it. This is a good father-son project you got going on. Your son's obviously having a ball of a time with it. So, I mean,
I hear him giggling his ass off Connell's joke there.
More importantly, you guys are getting views and subs. Like you're up to 330 now, 320, somewhere around there.
308.
Still, from last month in the 100s to that's really good.
Percentage-wise, you guys are growing faster than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I first met you guys, I was at 170 a couple of months ago, and August will be our 2-year mark, and I would really like to see 500 by August.
Holy shit.
And as soon as I can get access to a computer and do the tube buddy thing, I'm sure that'll change. We're just not able for whatever reason to reach certain people. Because we do a lot of D&D stuff, but we're not getting a lot of traction on our crafting, which is kind of what we started with. If you look back, it was more crafting and painting than game reviews and stuff like that. But since I started doing Arduin and all the really old school games that nobody's ever heard of, it's been bringing a lot of people to us. But it's mostly been because I've been hanging out with you guys for the last 2-3 months now, and I have no intention of stopping. It's just having a little bit of difficulties.
I don't want it. Listen, if you're having like arguments at home with like time and such, this is a hobby.
Yeah.
This isn't paying your bills. Take care of the wife, get the kid out of the house, make sure he's got his head on straight like it is. You'll be fine. Me and Max have the mindset that this is a funsy thing. We're not going to make a career out of sitting in front of here painting figs, as much as I enjoy that. But this is a hobby thing, and we enjoy having our groups and our gatherings. This is a way for me to get a group of people to sit down and play the game I run, no matter what game system it might be. That's just where that is. Connell could turn this into an endeavor to where he's getting a W-2 from fucking Google headquarters, and he's writing off all the nice stuff, and me and Max are going,
well,
I remember when we were sponsoring him. Now he's sponsoring us.
yeah.
I'm looking at that as a possibility also. I am retired, but with the way things are, if I can make money off doing this, then you can pretty much count on the fact that I will attempt it at the very least.
As long as I have my ability to keep my driver's license, my CDL available, I'm going to keep that, because the job the craft I've gotten into, the trade, it's going to get me past retirement, where normal retirement is, because I could do it well into my 70s or 80s, maybe, hopefully.
That's a lot of shit.
It is. And I am a shit lord, so.
So does it make Vanessa the shit queen?
Probably. I don't eat it. She does. She probably could tell you that she likes a more what is that, pescatarian diet? Yeah, she probably likes a pescatarian dietary boyfriend. She probably could go the whole gamut of which diets are good for ass. Anyway, wow. I want to see you guys succeed. If you want to take this seriously and go to PewDiePie levels, that's great. If you want to be like Razor Fist and just be happy at 300, 400,000 subscribers, that's cool too. This is a hobby for me, and that's as far as it will probably ever go, because my personality pushes people away, at least half of them. And I don't mean for that to be the way it is, but a lot of people don't want to have a guy like that in front of their face. I mean, that there's a reason why CNN and Fox News have such diametrically opposed audiences. Okay, that's why that is. And then you have like the segmenting from there. You have the Daily Cows people over here. You have the One America News Network over here. That's why these things filter out that way. And because I wear my shit on my sleeve, and I don't have a problem with talking about politics on this channel. I think I've been more successful than other DMs that have had this mentality, or because I've just been diligent about keeping it. I've had this channel for 13 years. I've got a lot of experience in various trades to where I can talk from experience. I could talk to you about finance. I could talk to you about medical because of the fact that I was once paid by Pfizer for certain transitory things. I can at least get an idea of what's going on a chemical basis, so I can talk with you about detergents and surfactants and other chemicals used for the oil field. And I know about fracking pretty well, but nobody wants to talk about that because that will put you all to sleep. You will. Max over there, he's dying. Max, tell us about your channel, sir. We're gonna wrap
Horizontal
up.
drilling, man.
Horizontal drilling's where it's at. You can do 46 zones right now with horizontal drilling. And for those of you at home playing the home game, that means you can go out about 5-6 miles in theory from a site where all the trucks are parked.
I don't know about you guys, but I can go for some horizontal drilling.
Too tired.
You're never too tired.
He's gonna do the lazy dog tonight.
There you go.
The lazy dog.
What is it about tennis rackets? Never mind. That was crafty.
Whoa!
Damn. James and Crafty. We'll get back on our usual 12-year-old minded stream.
So tomorrow 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be creating a character for Heroes Unlimited. It is our last Heroes Unlimited episode before we move on to After the Bomb, which I'm in control of, so it'll be the same thing. And segment 2, don't know yet. We'll figure out something. I've got a couple of rainy days ideas, as I call them. They're just, to me, kind of boring, so we'll come with that. Of course, Thursday, Heathen Dog is back playing Dungeons & Dragons Online with those weirdos on Twitch. I'll be back for Friday Chill Stream, where I'll bring probably all these guys in, or half these guys, some of these guys in, to talk with us and hopefully have another exciting episode. Like I said, I really liked yesterday's stream. And then Saturday, Heathen Dog was streaming while I was doing this. I feel like a bad business owner now, but and then throughout the week, videos pop, from the live streams.
I'm telling you, Bruce, we can't end this without playing Fat Jake versus Lightning.
I don't know. I got something a little better.
Oh, it doesn't get better than that. Trust me.
Donald, tell me about your channel.
My channel is. We had a video today. I hope you guys watch it. It is called what the f is it's called? I'm tired. I had a chat today with Max and a new guy named Derek. You might see more of him, especially on my channel. A video is called "Talking About RPG," all capitalized, with veterans. And I'm going to be doing this for the next so long. Where I'm going to be talking to different veterans, or maybe even some of the same veterans, about RPG and how it affects their lives and the pros and cons of it. And hopefully it's more cons than hopefully it's more pros than cons. Jesus. Then tomorrow, me and Shadow and Son, aka Jack,
There he is again,
are going to be talking about what the fuck is in the lead singer of the Police's Hair, Sting, for those who don't remember the Police.
Great band.
Don't remember the Police. I don't know what to tell you,
But the thing is that throughout that entire movie, you got Pat Stewart there, a Broadway actor, a Shakespearean actor, and he's talking to this guy Fayed on set, and they're eating actually at a restaurant where all the crew's eating. So I understand that you are a musician. What type of music do you play? And I do a horrible Sean Connery making fun of Pat Stewart. And Sting is like, I'm a singer. Oh, you sing. What movement, what group do you sing with? It's a rock band. It's called The Police. And Pat Stewart just looked fucking confused. Deer in headlights. Didn't understand that. Not at all.
Yeah, it was actually really funny. It was fun. I saw that interview. Absolutely gorgeous. But that's tomorrow. We'll be reviewing Dune. I still got a decent amount of the movie left I need to watch. The graphics are killing me. Mainly probably because I'm colorblind. I don't know yet, but those shields that they're wearing around their bodies don't do anything for me. Anyways, so after that, Monday, I will be doing gaming. I do not broadcast it because I talk to those people and they basically don't want to be seen on YouTube. And if you had faces like those fuckers, I wouldn't want to be seen on YouTube either. Hope you guys are not watching this. Then Tuesday, I have a Star Trek battle simulation game that I might be recording. I don't know. Just because it's a very interesting game. It's from Starfleet, the 1960-70 era game that came out with the
original series, my friend.
Not the game. I'm not talking about
the original series.
You're right, and some of the cartoon was coming with the races on there. And I always bitch at them when they play Romulan. Well, we're playing old Star Trek. Well, take that fucking Romulan off the board because they didn't show up until late.
Season 3, episode 2, Balance of Power.
Yeah, Balance of Power.
Oh yeah, you're right. I just remember the more making.
I thought that was season 2, but
season 1. My bad.
Was it season 1? Okay.
Yeah.
So
they had Balance of Power, and then they had the other one where Kirk goes on board and steals the cloaking device.
So unless Kurt is out there flying around on
Balance of Terror, by the way.
Unless Kurt is out there flying somewhere in the universe. In Enterprise, they do not get to make an appearance on that damn board because plasma-based races fucking blow. And the Federation has too much fucking weapons. They cheat. So
but you can't cloak.
It doesn't matter. They can blow the fucking shit out of you before turn 2's over and you're just done. Anyway.
Get good, scrub. Get good.
Oh, God.
That's how you learn how to do your positioning and your tactics. Oh, you lost an initiative? Retreat. Get out of range.
There is no... Well, okay. No, it's not initiative. There was no initiatives in this game. Is this... Well, there is and there isn't. Yeah. And are we doing this on a closed board or an open board? Well, I'm going to play Romulan, or the Federation, so it's going to be a closed board, so I can't fucking run away from it. Fuck off. Anyways, that's Tuesday. Wednesday will be Gatekeepers. Well, we'll be talking about the questions that the DMing and players might have for us and answering them to the best of our abilities, keeping it in a very non-rambling type of way that, that should be done. Last Wednesday, we had a really good...
What's the subject? What's the actual subject?
We'll get back to you on that one as of right now. Yeah. Don't make me spit something out right now. The Thursday, we'll be talking about the Care Bears version of DMing and playing what brings you back to the table, what makes you feel all warm and giggly inside and makes you want to roll dice and smell each other's farts. So that's Thursday. And Friday, hanging out with Max. Saturday will most likely be part 2 of talking to veterans. We'll be bringing in such sports and RP versions as DAG here, and the other sport, maybe a little bit STA, which is not exactly role playing, but they are kind of still in the same area of nerdiness.
And don't forget, next Saturday is game day.
Well, it might be a late stream. That is. Fuck ass. Then Sunday. If the Shadow and Sun are able to do their homework,
thank you,
and able to finish off Full Moon, we will be talking about Dresden Files Full Moon, the book that brings a howling good time to the readers. And that's what I got going on.
Shadow and Sun, I know you have a burgeoning small channel, but you put out content every day.
Just about. Saturday and Monday is the only day off, and that will change shortly. Our interview show will be Monday. I'm not sure exactly what time, but that will start with us interviewing various people we know in the industry, that being the role-playing games and miniatures and terrain companies that we're, in communication with. Some of them are friends of ours. Some of them are, becoming friends of ours. And once we get some of that going, then we'll be interviewing people like Bruce, Max, Connell, although I don't know, Connell. We kind of do that on Sunday. No, of course we'll interview you, because I know my son's got a lot of questions. And then we'll still have Saturdays off. But then Drugs are bad. Okay. Tuesdays we will have. I think I'm going to be reviewing. Oh no, Tuesday. Tuesday we are reviewing the classic sci-fi movie Rollerball. My son and I together. Wednesday I'll be reviewing the old school Gamma World. I know everybody's done it, but since we're doing a dystopian sort of month, I think Gamma World kind of fits in, considering I don't have some of the other games that I wish I had in my collection, like Aftermath. Then, yeah, I know, I just don't have it. Or Twilight 2000 would have been a good one too, but sold that off years ago and wished I never did. Yeah, but I would need to get that between now and Wednesday.
Okay.
Thursday, we got a craft video. Friday, another Arduin review. Saturday, hanging out with you and Connell and everybody else in the game. Hopefully, I'll be able to show up for Wednesday or Thursday's videos with gatekeepers and table breakers, depending on the subject and, if I've got something to bring to the table. Being an old fart, I'm sure I've got something, but I'll probably need to get
up. You're showing up on Thursday. This topic was your choice, your pick.
Oh, really? Was it? Okay. Then, I wasn't sure. Oh, okay, cool. Then I'm ready for that one. Wednesday we'll see, because I have no idea what Wednesday is.
The other thing I'm going to tell you is I do want you to be there Saturday, because I only make time every other weekend for a game. And here's where Max is going to envy me, because he wants this level of dedication. I want to have my players at the table or in front of the camera or camera ready with microphones on, because I'm setting apart 10 to 12 hours of my day every 2 weeks to run the game, not including the time I spend to prepare the game, to look at the rules, to refresh things, because I'm an old fart and I want to make sure I'm on top of the game. More importantly, I want my people that view this, that enjoy the struggles of the heroes as they go through it, I want them to be entertained. That's why I upload this. You and Cigar DM, you guys, come on, don't be flaking out on me. And I asked
Have I missed one yet?
I
haven't missed one.
I just got
to ask everybody, Travis and Kat, and make sure Saturday, guys, Saturday. By Wednesday, the DMs are being sent out on Discord or Gilded. Guys, we're gonna be Saturday. It's gonna be available Saturday. What's going on Saturday? When people give me that, I can't make it, my kid, my wife, my blah 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 dog, blah blah blah. Fine.
No, I'll be there Saturday. I haven't missed one yet. Don't plan on missing one. I've pretty much scheduled my alternating Saturdays. For yeah, that's my boy. You can pretty much.
That's your spawn there.
Yep.
Such language.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, you guys, everybody here has heard schedule so far. I'm going to be vacillating around between these guys' streams. Tomorrow, I'm on Makani's channel after about 2:30 Central Standard. And then after that, who knows what might go on. I know Monday, me and Janet review the great classic war movie, Where Eagles Dare. Tuesday, I'm going to be watching Biggest Geekus and maybe other people's backlog of stuff I need to catch up on, and Legion of Myth stuff. And then Wednesday and Thursday is Gatekeepers and Table Breakers. Friday night, hang out with Max and the crew at Friday Night Chill Stream. Try not to fall asleep too early. Make it to midnight, Bruce. Come on, don't be a puss. And then Saturday, wake up, do some chores in the morning, like get laundry off, and then get ready to run the game. And that is my schedule. That should let you know where I'm going to be at for the next 7 days. If you enjoy my content, please give a like and subscribe. The people that are here on the panel tonight, that were on the panel, like Baron, their links are in the channel description for tonight's video. If you would do me a small infinitesimal favor and subscribe to their content and put on that bell, put it on every time they upload a video, you want to be notified of this, because their channel will not grow without input from valuable people like yours. And if they have content that you like, explain to them. The comments are there for that. Talk to them. And if they have piece of commentary or if they have an opinion that you don't like, this is your time for you to be that angry Karen, and you can write them an angry letter. You can be like somebody who I, don't want to be like. You can be, you can do that. If they have content you don't like, tell them what would make it better. Be constructive if you can. Always remember that your actions will speak louder than anything else you do. And as much as we want to have a nation that is prosperous, we want to have a nation that is, more importantly, productive and prosperous. So do what you can to do your best throughout the week. And I look forward to seeing you again at this time next Saturday. Thank you.